Yeah. Hey, it's real Trump supporters out here, you feel me? We ain't robbing nobody on this song, baby. Salute that boy, you know, we coming in, we coming hard, we going tough. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 Black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. Ever seen a black patriot? Yeah, we exist. The Democrats use my color just to stay rich. Indict my president, you might as well indict me too. Call me your Uncle Tom, but really what Obama do? Not a damn thing, Trump was just that Chick-fil-A. Taking flicks with my people, he really showing face. Hey, Joe Biden, yeah, I really wanna taste some. Poor kids is just as talented as white kids in this country. 3.6 million black kids in poverty. But these liberals putting illegal immigrants right in front of me. We should make them vote at the gas pump. We got fake news mad cause us niggas out here voting Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 Black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. I know your mama can't barely buy the groceries. They pushing genders on our kids, not rosaries. You get a Glock in these streets before you learn to read. You get some sauce, some white, some weed before a damn degree. Next thing you know, you going fed, getting a GED. I swear we fed the whole hood with them PPPs. Rappers pushing P, but I'm pushing knowledge. They hooked on EBT, but I was hooked on phonics. They wouldn't be so terrified of Donald Trump if Biden actually received 81 million votes. You know that boy capping, all aboard the Trump train. November 5th, every nigga in America vote for Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 Black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president.
Japanese still. You can cook in front of your family like a Japanese meal. It's just shoot the hibachi, and none of you niggas can stop me. Can't help but watch me. So look, bro, we back again. Black MAGA in effect. Been a beautiful week, beautiful election week, celebrating this decisive win over these intolerable Democrats. Man, the party of love and joy and the party of diversity and the party of acceptance can't accept the fact that Donald J. Trump is now the commander-in-chief, and that's on Keith. Yo, like, bro, have y'all been looking at all the crash outs on the internet? All the crash outs on TikTok, all the crash outs on legacy media. Sonny Austin and Whoopi Goldberg, they have hit a new low. They have hit a new low. They are upset. They're mad. They're hating on Hispanic men. Probably some of the same voters that voted for Biden, they're saying now that they're misogynistic. Well, wait, wasn't Harris on that ticket? Wasn't she on the top of the ticket with Biden too? And wait, don't we have exit polls? We actually can see what and why people voted for who they voted for and why they did it, right? And the number one exit poll that I saw was the economy. That was the major issue. And then like secondary to that was illegal immigration. That's why you see a lot of these border cities and counties in the state of Texas. Majority of the population Latino, and you see like 75 to 80% turnout for Donald Trump because the economy and immigration were two important issues to them. Donald Trump ran on issues, and Kamala just ran on Donald Trump's evil. Donald Trump's this. He's a Nazi member. He's Hitler. All he did was a bunch of fear mongering. Like the contrast is like night and day. When you look at Donald Trump's campaign versus what we got from Kamala Harris, it just was a bunch of, identity politics, some concerts, some girls twerking on stage, and Donald Trump's evil, and you had Cardi B get on there and say that Donald Trump's going to snatch your Social Security away. Just trying to scare people. And when they weren't trying to scare people to vote for them and use a bunch of fear mongering tactics, they relied. When they weren't doing that, they relied on saying if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, you're misogynistic or you just hate women. Don't be afraid to put her in the office. You have to do this because this is monumental. I'll share with a lot of you guys a text message that I got from one of these crazy ass groups in Dallas, not Dallas, in Texas, wanting so bad to have the first Black woman president. And it's like, you don't vote for shit like that. What you vote for, hopefully, if you're smart and you're informed, you vote for policies that benefit you. You understand? And this, like that article I read last night to you guys, that's why people that, got some sense and got a head on their shoulders, they flee these blue areas and they go places that are, pretty much red because they want to benefit from the policies. They want to have lower taxes, lower property taxes. They want to be able to have affordable homes. They want to be able to have, schooling that's halfway decent, a half-ass decent at least. So they vote red with their feet. They move and migrate to red areas. What did many New Yorkers do within the last 4 years? They ran to Texas. Many Californians ran to Texas and other southern states like Florida. They run there because, again, they're trying to go somewhere where the policy actually benefits the people. A lot of these Democrat politicians treat Americans. They treat us Americans as tertiary. Like we're not primary on that list. They got all these other dreams and aspirations, in the words of Kamala, about other groups and other people and, the lig bits and stuff like that. They spend so much time focusing on that and they forget their main voter base, the American people. And it was a big F you to the American people, that entire campaign, because while Americans are paying more for their rent, while Americans are paying more for their groceries, paying more for energy, whether it be natural gas, whether it be propane, whether it be at the pump, paying more all around for electricity, everything had an uptick. And I'm going to show you this chart on inflation and wages, and how they trick you guys like, oh, everything's not bad. No, it's still bad. It's still bad. And American people are speaking out on that. But what happens is the Democrat Party does what they do best, and that's manipulate and give the American people the proverbial finger. Again, African Americans have been voting for Democrats for over 100 years en masse. And look at the economic situation and status of African Americans in these blue cities. It is god awful. It is terrible, right? When you look at the numbers and the status of African Americans in these deep blue cities, they are not benefiting at all. They're not been. I remember we were on the Clubhouse app, and these brothers were arguing in favor of like Massachusetts, like, oh, these rich white Massachusetts people. And I'm like, listen, when you look at the economic status of African Americans in Massachusetts, they're not benefiting from that. Those rich white liberals are. Same thing, we go to San Francisco, same thing. We can apply it across the board. Washington, we can apply it across the board, Aristotle and dictum, and you're going to see the same shit in deep blue areas, deep blue counties, deep blue cities, deep blue states. Same result for minorities. And many of these minorities, including Black Americans, are getting tired of it. And they're voting with their feet, and they're voting, to go against and be diametrically opposed to the Democratic policies. And that's the issue. That's why Kamala ultimately lost. Not because of misogyny, like they're trying to say on The View. You guys should have watched that episode of The View. They were livid. They were upset. They were mad that people did not buy into the fear mongering. Oh, Donald Trump, you literally had a congresswoman say, Donald Trump said he's going to put me in an internment camp. Give me a break. Y'all just making up. Y'all did this in 2016. The same playbook y'all did in 2016. Y'all did it in 2020. Now y'all doing it in 2024. It's the same playbook. If Donald Trump becomes president, it's going to be the last election we ever have. You're going to lose your rights to vote. You're going to be a slave if you're African American. And you guys, here's the thing. Here's the ironic thing. I'm going to play a few clips. I'm going to read articles tonight. I know it's a late one. Just hang with me. Busy all day. But some of the crazy accusations that these guys have made, if Donald Trump presidency is going to be fascist. And this just lets you know people don't know what fascism is. They don't know what an autocrat is. They don't know what these terms mean. They just hear Sonny Austin on The View say it. They hear Van Jones say it. They hear Joy Reid say it, and they just repeat it. Can you guys at least demonstrate how Donald Trump is a fascist? And how is that even possible in a government that has 3 branches? Someone explain that to me. Someone please explain that to me. Okay? Calling him a Nazi. How is he a Nazi? How is the Nazi platform any way, shape, and form like anything Trump did in his first presidency and what he's about to do in his second presidency? Somebody tell me. Someone explain to me. Y'all just throwing out terms and blanketed terms. That's why a lot of these terms lose their meaning over time because y'all not using it right. It's not applicable to what you guys are trying to say. Does Donald Trump have mean tweets? Okay. He got mean tweets. That doesn't make him a fascist. Y'all don't know what fascism is. That's the problem. And that's why I try to take out time and I do the boring stuff for you. I read the articles. I try to highlight and break down these things so you can at least digest this information because you're getting fed, like The View, Sonny also said, they're getting fed misinformation. Yeah, from you guys. And it's not even misinformation. Misinformation is when you spread something unknowingly false. This is disinformation. Y'all know goddamn well he's not a fascist. You guys know goddamn well like that, like Charlemagne said, oh, he just ran the most racist campaign in the history of America. I'm like, hello, have you seen any of the Southern Democrats campaigns? They literally ran on pretty much disenfranchising black people. They literally ran on that. Have you seen any of those? Did you see Woodrow Wilson's? This man resegregated the federal government when he came in office and played Birth of the Nation in the White House and sparked the rebirth of the Ku Klux Klan. Walter Plecker, he ran on racial integrity, racial purity. He ran on, oh my God, man, he was just going all night about miscegenation. Blatantly racist. These are the things they ran on. This was a part of their campaign, their talking points. They did rallies across their state and across the country, which we all know famously Marcus Garvey was friends with Walter Plecker, one of the most racist, vile men in the history of America. And you want to say Trump's campaign is the most racist? That is disinformation because you know goddamn well that it's not. That's just another talking point, and all you're going to do is push more of us towards the red, push more of us towards Donald J. Trump and his coalition, and push more of us to the Republican Party. All you're doing is pushing us because now we're like, damn, we can't believe nothing you guys say. You guys have, evolved and so far left that you're losing all your credibility because you're saying things that are obviously and ostensibly false at this point and not giving a damn. Misogyny, it's because they hate women. They hate women. How many women we got in Congress? Answer that question. Obviously, these men are voting women into positions of power. They're telling you why they voted the way they voted. They're telling you why. And I'm going to play a clip on that. It's the economy. It's the economy that Joe Biden and his administration broke and destroyed. Right? And he was warned that if he signed that bill, air quotes, that inflation would go out, will rise and spike like crazy. They did it any goddamn way. Why? Because they don't give a fuck. The Democrats have been giving you guys the proverbial middle finger for over 100 years. And y'all still run out and vote for them. But guess what? Now we're trending right. Now we're trending away from the Democratic Party. That's what we're seeing. What's going on, Moore?
We're just sipping on these tears and laughing at people. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. How you do so bad you made the Amish come out and vote, man? You so bad you had the Amish pushing buggies and scooters to the daggone polling station, fam. Talking about white women didn't come out and vote. Man.
Joy Reid said white people missed their chance to interact with the patriarchy or something to that effect.
Yo, that was wild, bro. Like, they're blaming the whole coalition. It's black man's fault. It's Latino people's fault. Bro, like, no, bro. It's y'all fault for losing everybody, man.
Yep.
You lost everybody.
You literally
it's a whole realignment, fam. You done. You killed your whole party, fam. Have fun with that.
Facts. They're gonna have to really do some soul searching, bro. Really. Like, they're gonna have to find within the party, or maybe not within the party. They might have to find some new hires, bro, because the job that they did was so effing bad, bro, that you made counties that are majority Latino that normally swing towards the Democrats, right? Normally lean towards Democrats, vote at a 75% clip for Donald J. Trump, bro. How you messed that up?
And the part that got me is like, well, they talked about that on The View, right? And the conservative lady was like, yeah, these are border towns. And they were like, no, they just got misinformation. It's like, how about you just slow down and think about this? If Spanish speaking illegal immigrants come into the country, what's the first neighborhoods they go to? The Hispanic neighborhoods. So the Hispanic neighborhoods are the first ones that see the overflow, the first ones that see the crime, the first ones that get less support from the local government, because the local government has to give support to these other people. Like, fam, like, every Latino person in my family was pro-Trump, fam, with the exception of a couple, right? Because of the fact, like, no, fam, we're tired of seeing this nonsense, fam. Like, they see it first. Why wouldn't they want it gone too?
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, the same challenges that any other American will be faced with. Because most of us are lower class, middle class. You know, everybody focus on the higher class or the rich or whatever. That's a very small percentage of Americans. Most of us have to deal with the effects of that administration that Biden unleashed he unleashed hell on America with that catch and release policy and so on and so forth. So what you've seen was these people, regular citizens like you and I, had to endure that for the last 4 years. And they said enough is enough. Enough is enough. We're voting for Donald J. Trump. We're voting. And not only are we going to vote for Donald J. Trump, we're going to flip some of these seats too. That's what we saw in the Senate. They took the Senate. Right now, the Congress is being taken over right now. It's a red takeover right now in this country. And we can't thank no one else but the Democratic Party and platform, bro. That's the only people, because think about it. They did everything in their power to drive people in mass to the red side, bro, to Donald J. Trump. So if y'all want to be upset with anybody, look in the mirror. Every time we turn on The View, Donald Trump's a racist. Donald Trump's Hitler. Donald Trump's a fascist. That's all y'all ran on. Meanwhile, real issues are happening. Inflation is high as hell. Our wages are not outpacing inflation. See, people look at the number. Oh, well, the number amount or the dollar amount is higher than the percentage of the dollar amount rose. That's called the nominal wage. So that means our wages are outpacing it. No, you have to adjust for inflation, which shows that our wages are way lower than inflation. Inflation is like 3.5% right now, and our wage growth is literally 0.6%. That is fucking terrible. It's stuff like that. And when people say Democrats are out of touch, you are out of touch while you're sitting in your fucking mansion and you drive your fucking Lambo truck and being chauffeured all around town and shit. AOC, always talking about the rich. Bitch, you are the rich. Somebody please tell AOC that she's the rich. She's in that tax bracket. What are they talking about? You're out of touch. So when people went to the voting polls this time, it was like, you know what? Fuck what you say about Donald Trump. Let them tap into that energy. Lower my energy costs, whether it be any oil, propane, or whatever, or at the pump. Fuck them federal lands. Go dig in them federal lands. Go drill for oil. If that's going to increase our economy, do it. At least do something. Try something. You motherfuckers are just ignoring all of that. And then to add insult to injury, you act like abortion is more important than a motherfucker's ability to feed himself and keep lights on in their home. How dense and obtuse can you be? You literally created this red wave. And they're pointing fingers at all Hispanic men. We all know so Hispanic men hate black people. Wait. Let me get this straight. You mean the same Hispanic men and Latinos, because Latinos did vote for Donald Trump as well. They always try to play these identity games and split up the groups and stuff and try to pit them against each other. When Obama was elected, what was the Latino support there? I'm pretty sure it was pretty high on both his elections. How many? And here's a kicker, since they're misogynists. I believe Hillary won the Latin vote, the Latino vote. She won the Latino vote over Donald Trump, albeit in a loss. But there were more Hispanics that were pulling for Hillary than Trump. So how the fuck is he? How are they misogynistic again? How are they hating black people again? Like, you guys don't make no damn sense. Let's be honest. Kamala Harris ran a terrible campaign. She ran it on abortion. She ran it on, the orange man is bad. The orange man is a dictator. He's going to put y'all in chains, pretty much. Y'all back in chains. Y'all gonna go into slavery. He's Hitler, and he wants to use the military to go against all his enemies. You mean how y'all did? Y'all literally used the FBI against the citizens of America to silence us. You literally use big tech to do all those things. And then, now y'all claiming, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Kamala had more billionaires on her side than Trump did. But that's always been a lie. He's got billionaires. He just want to cut tax for his billionaire friends. It's more. I think Kamala had like 82 billionaires and to like Trump's 52 or something like that. Ridiculousness. Complete ridiculousness. Y'all missed the mark. No one gives a fuck about abortion when they can't feed themselves. Again, abortion is a completely avoidable thing. Completely. And when I say completely, I'm talking about majority of cases, because I know some of you nutcases watching. I'm like, what about rape? What about incest? Okay, that's less than 1%. And stop lying on my fucking state. If you have a complication, you can get the abortion surgery. Abortion is not banned in Texas. It's heavily restricted. It's two different things. But you guys will go watch legacy media and be like, in these states, you can actually get it if the mother's life is threatened during the pregnancy, and there's complications in that.
Hey, real quick, some numbers for you. What you were talking about with the Latino vote and whatnot. So Hillary pulled 66% in 2016. Barack Obama pulled 71% in 2012. And in 2008, he pulled 67%.
See? I thought they hate black people and they hate women. You are not on message. America has had a bleeding heart for the past 4 years. We suffered, man. Rental spikes, mortgage insurance going up, property taxes going up, everything going up. And some of you liberals out there had the audacity to say, well, you just need to do better in life. Damn, how they going to do better in life? They're just going to snap their finger? They're going to shit out some jobs? They're going to shit out some money? And don't even talk, one of the strongest job markets crashed during the Biden administration. Y'all fucked up so badly. The tech industry fucking lost all type of jobs. They had to lay off so many people to stay profitable during this terrible ass last 4 years. And you want to sit in American space and act like nothing happened? No, actually, the economy is strong. Actually, what Biden said, the American economy is strong as hell. He said that when inflation was 9%. Bidenomics is working. He said that when inflation was 9%. Literally lying to people's face, telling you, fuck you. We don't give a fuck what y'all going through. We're multimillionaires. To hell with you peons. And it came back to bite y'all in the ass. And now you're upset at everybody except your damn selves. You need to look in the damn mirror. Look in the mirror. You're a terrible party with a terrible platform, and you did not speak directly to the American voter. That's why you lost in the Rust Belt. That's why you lost in the Sun Belt. It's over. It's already been announced, man, and projected that he pretty much swept in all the swing states Donald Trump took because he ran on issues. Y'all ran on identity politics, abortion, transgenders, and people in jail getting gender affirming all type of weird shit, bro. That's what y'all ran on. It's like, you guys, do y'all know what y'all voted? If y'all voted for Kamala, do you know what they stand for? You're like, oh no, you're making it up. No, it's coming out of their mouth. It's in their documents. Some guy the other day, and I try not to go off on y'all too much because I know y'all just victims of the legacy media. Because all y'all do is watch CNN, MSNBC, ABC. Y'all watch The View. Y'all listen to Charlemagne, and then y'all run with what they say. So in that regard, I got some sympathy for y'all, and I wish you guys would just do a little bit more research and vet things. Somebody got on here after I brought up the fact that I would not go for my child going to school, right? And that school, without my consent, administered puberty blockers to my child, or sent them to a medical facility to get those treatments. I told them I would not go for that. Matter of fact, I said I'm going to jail and they going to hell. And this person was like, nobody's doing that in this state. Nobody, basically acting like nothing, this never happened. And maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he does not know that the state of Massachusetts have said that a child can get and receive these services without the consent of their parent. That's in writing. It's in black and white, my nigga. It's like you guys live in a bubble. You guys live in an alternate dimension. You're not in touch with, you're so out of touch with reality. And you had those ladies blow up on The View like that. That shit was embarrassing, man. To see Whoopi like that. To see these guys just go crazy, man.
Grown ass women pouting and throwing a tantrum on camera, fam. Like ain't nobody watching them.
Oh my God. Oh my God, man. I'm gonna show
What's
you
crazy too? What's crazy? No, not to cut you, but what's crazy is like they don't recognize that Trump picked up everybody that they threw away, right? We're talking about like the work. So, for instance, right? Just for instance, like there were states that voted like 55% for Trump. They voted 56% for a $15 an hour minimum wage increase, right? Like, so these aren't this isn't like the whole country went super extreme right. No, fam. Like red means purple now. You know what I'm saying? Republican means anybody who's not a Democrat now. You know what I'm saying? You have Libertarians, Greens, Democrats, Republicans all voting for Trump last night. You had people who couldn't, or not last night, but on Tuesday. You had people that couldn't stand him voting for him, right? And all his policies are going to them. Check that he got no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, right? No taxes on Social Security, right? He's hollering at everybody. And all your policies, right? Like you can't even answer simple questions like, well, if his policies are so bad, why do you keep doing it? Why do you got the tariffs still? How come you implemented all the stuff he was doing on the border when your stuff wasn't working? You know, etc. Right? You got nothing. And you don't even recognize he picked up everybody you left behind. You left behind the whole country to go pick up Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney. That's a hell of a trade, fam. And we all see it. We see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I was dying when she came through. Like when Kamala said, "These are great." Talking about the Cheney's, calling them great patriots. I was like, yo, I remember. I swear down, I remember during the Iraq War. You know what I'm saying? Democrats was dragging the hell out the Cheney. What switched up? And last point on the abortion thing, right? This is what I can't stand. Is y'all keep calling us stupid like we can't read. We don't know what time it is. Like, so for instance, like Kamala's VP, Tim Walz, had signed a bill into law. People, please listen to this, right? So this whole bit about like abortion being kicked back to the states and Roe v. Wade, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Sure, states can ban abortion, but they can also expand them past the Roe v. Wade laws now. So for instance, like in the Roe v. Wade laws used to make it to where it's sectioned out the pregnancy by trimester or whatnot. You can only do so many things per trimester, depending on what's going on with the woman, like health and safety, etc. Now that's done. So Tim Walz signed a bill that expanded what Roe v. Wade could do. It went beyond it. So this whole bit about it getting kicked back to the states, They got more power at the state level to do more crazy stuff with the abortions, and they're doing it and got the nerve to act like it's being banned everywhere. Stop playing, fam. And you can only expand it now. Check this out. These people can only expand the laws because Trump got a kick back to the states.
Exactly. Hey, more. If they got a problem with it, there's something called the governor position. You guys are worried about the. See, that's the thing. Kamala was like, we're going to address abortion in this. She can't. It's in the state's hands now. So you need to look at your state legislature and its gubernatorial races and vote for a governor that favors that. She bamboozled y'all, man. She treats y'all like y'all ignorant, like y'all don't know. And that's the problem. That's why y'all got to get informed. There's nothing she could do, nationwide with abortion. There's nothing in her power. We don't live in a country where we have autocrats. The power is divvied up. The federal government has their role, and then the states have their role, and then there's minor roles underneath those. So if you want to do something about abortion in your state, you're voting in the wrong election. You need to look at the gubernatorial election. Your state legislatures, your state congressmen. Those are the people you got to vote for. That's what I'm saying. They're playing with y'all. They're playing with y'all, man. But anyway, I want to read this to you. It's very simple why Donald Trump won. I mean, they pretty much ran the campaign for him by ignoring the American populace, ignoring the American people, the people that suffered the last 4 years. And you got what you got. So this is what Trump's return to the White House could mean for the economy and taxes. Trump has floated a wide range of proposals that he says would improve America's financial picture, from sweeping tariffs to hefty corporate tax cuts. And I'm just going to read this portion right here, because this portion says it all. Because again, people like, the left-leaning, like NBC News, but despite the signs of the strength of the economy, and what they mean by that is they're just going off raw numbers. They're not adjusting for inflation. It's going off raw numbers. And this is what happens when you go off raw numbers. You ignore the next part. The cost of living and overall dissatisfaction with the economy was repeatedly cited as a top concern by voters heading into the election. This is the top concern. Did Kamala even try to address this? Oh, it's these pigs. What be called the people that own grocery stores and these industries that own groceries? Oh, they're pigs and they're just price gouging. That's a lie. That's not why groceries went up, because of inflation and the cost of energy. If it costs more money to deliver the items, that goes back to who? Those spikes. If they're spending more money to deliver the items and stock their aisles, that goes on the customer and the consumer. Come on now, this is economics 101 here. That's why groceries went up. Not because, they're just greedy and they're just controlling the prices and making shit higher. No, that has nothing to do with it. So just ignoring the problem and not addressing the problem is why you got your ass kicked. You guys converted more Democrats and independents to Republicans than anybody in the last 20, 30 years. It says housing costs have been a major pressure point on household budgets after rents increased an average of 24%. This is why you got your ass kicked on Tuesday. You wasn't addressing this. You wasn't addressing this at all. Over the past 4 years, who was president and the VP the past 4 years? Oh yeah, this was under Biden's watch. Bidenomics. Kamala Harris. And she said she was pretty much lockstep with every decision of Obama, every decision Biden made. So you got to eat this. You got to eat this. Telling Americans to turn the page. Yeah, guess what? They turned the page. We're not voting for you. We're voting for Donald J. Trump. That's what they said. It says, and with mortgage rates over 6%. So you're increasing mortgage. So the people that own these properties that are renting to these people, now they got to increase rent. I mean, this is very simple to explain, but ignoring it and say, no, Americans are living just as good as they were 4 years ago. No, we're not. No, the hell we're not. See, Sonny Austin can say that. Whoopi Goldberg can say that because they're worth millions. So the economy dipping like this doesn't affect them as much as someone that's making $100,000 or $70,000 a year and got a family to feed. Family.
Yeah, this is why Joe Scarborough don't know that that butter's up like to on average $4.35 around the country, right? Crazy, bruh. You don't even do your own grocery shopping, fam.
Right.
You don't even do your own grocery shopping. You don't even fill your own gas tanks, fam. That's how you're literally Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake, man.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it so out of touch, bro. So out of touch. Blaming misogyny and racism. That's racism, misogyny, and there's so much hatred in this country. No, this is why. This is why. If you can't pay your bills, like nobody give a fuck about abortion. You can't pay your bills. Who cares? Majority of abortions happen because people just want to terminate the pregnancy. That's why. Just don't want to have a kid. I think paying my bills, paying my mortgage, paying my rent, supersedes that. It says buying a home has been out of reach for many households. Yeah, because the prices of homes have shot up. The interest rate was high as hell. Still is high as hell. Right? And then you got to think about mortgage insurance. Then you got to think about the money you're going to put down. You got to put 20% down. If your first time buyer, you're going to get an FHA loan or whatever. You still got to come up with some money to put down on the house. And then all the phantom costs, the cost of maintenance. Are there any repairs that need to be done? Right? The upkeep. You got to put all those numbers. You got to crunch all those numbers when you're considering buying the most expensive thing in your life, which will be a home. In your lifetime, that's going to be your biggest cost, your home, and then all the bills, and then you still got to feed yourself, right? This shit matters. Democrats got on TV and campaign about shit that did not matter. Superfluous shit. Gender affirming care and prisoners getting gender affirming care and being able to transition. Illegal migrants. And then on top of that, you created more tax burdens. You dumped migrants. You dumped them on people in Ohio, people in New York, people all over state to state. You're dumping migrants on them. You're dumping Haitians on them. You dump at the tune of 30,000, 20,000 people. Frustrating their social services, frustrating their health care, frustrating their food programs and stuff of that nature, EBT. Frustrating those things because you're overwhelming them and putting such a burden on these small counties that they're pretty much imploding. They're pretty much imploding because they can't take on a surge of 30,000 people, especially when they're only like 50,000 strong. How do you adjust the budget for that shit? How? This was the Biden and Kamala Harris administration that did these things, and they were proud to do them. They sat there and dumped 30,000 Haitians in, I believe, it was Springfield, Ohio, and pretty much made that whole that small county economy implode on itself. And then you came back to Ohio, was like, yeah, vote for me. What? Who does that? Who does? Like, that's diabolical, bro. I don't even think the Joker from Batman would do some shit like that. I don't even think he would. Why? I don't even think he would do it. Come on, man. This is like, you expected them to turn around and vote for you? You thought you were gonna win Ohio after that? Come on, bro. Like, come on. It says food has been another rising expense, with the average cost of groceries up 22% over the past 4 years, and food banks seeing record numbers of people seeking help. This is the status of our country. This is the status of, the run-of-the-mill American, everyday American. Living paycheck to paycheck. It was already brought out that majority of Americans don't even have $500 in savings. So you're spiking their rent, you're spiking the cost of fuel, you're spiking the cost of homes, spiking the cost of food. Of course they're gonna be like, hell no, you're not addressing none of these issues. He is. His campaign are addressing these issues. Now, I want to show you guys this inflation chart. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Because, you know, the American economy is strong as hell. All right, so this is the Economic Policy Institute. And this was published in May 15, 2024. Average wages have surpassed inflation for 12 straight months. How do you come up with this figure? Because you just look at the nominal figure. You just look at the numbers. Oh, the number is high, but you have to adjust that number for inflation. When you adjust this number for inflation, this is what it actually looks like. It says average hourly wages growth have exceeded inflation for 12 straight months, according to the new Bureau of Labor Statistics data released this morning. This real or inflated adjusted wage growth, that's the number that we're gonna look at, is a key indicator of how well the average worker's wage can improve their standard of living. As inflation continues to normalize, I'm optimistic more workers will experience real gains in their purchasing power. The dark blue line in the figure below plots year over year real hourly wage changes for all private sectors. So we want to look at the real line. The real line is what we actually, go home with, in reality. This light blue line is just looking at the number of the wages. Yeah, wages look like they increased from a nominal standpoint. It looks like they increase, and it looks like it's outpacing inflation. But when you adjust for inflation, this is where it's at, 1.6, and then all the way to the time the publishing of this article is at 0.5%. That's fucking terrible. That's fucking terrible, man.
Is this the Brookings report?
Here it is right here. This is from the new Bureau of Labor Statistics data.
I see you.
Is my screen shared?
Yes, it is. I see you.
Oh,
Yeah, you go. You go.
So they will just stick you with, the economy is doing good. And actually, the inflation is not really, wages are outpacing inflation. No, it's not. You have to, that's just, you just look at the raw number. You have to adjust for inflation. And when you adjust for inflation, shit looks bad. It looks very bad. That's scary bad. 0.5%. And of course, when it spiked because of those idiots that's in the office right now, 9.1%. Look at our actual wages, negative 3.3%. So we're still trying to bounce back from that, and we're at 0.5% in April of this year. That's fucking terrible. That's horrific. So when you don't address shit like this, you try to sugarcoat shit and try to piss on people's head and tell them it's raining. Come on, bro. You pushed everybody into the arms of the Republicans. You did this. You literally campaigned for Donald Trump. You literally campaigned for Donald Trump. And for our brother that says we had inflation under Trump, you had inflation under every other president. But it wasn't this goddamn bad. When did you have 9% inflation and 3.3%, negative 3.3% wage growth under Trump? I'm going to give you the answer. It doesn't exist. That never happened. It happened under Biden, as we see here. This is why. All we're doing is explaining why y'all got your ass kicked so badly Tuesday. That's all I'm showing you. This is why. You didn't address none of this. You placated and made it look like it wasn't an issue. It's a non-issue, but we're all feeling it as Americans. We are all feeling it. When we're paying rent, when we're paying our mortgage, we're paying our mortgage insurance, when we're purchasing big ticket items. Go purchase a goddamn vehicle. You're going to see it. Any big ticket item, buying materials to build homes is expensive. Any big ticket item, you're gonna really see it. We're talking about groceries. What about the other stuff? And Americans said, hell no, we're not going to put Harris in office because this is your work. This is nasty work right here. Our real wage growth is low as hell compared to inflation. That's the problem. And acting like nothing's going on and it is not an issue, it just shows you why you lost. You didn't address this shit. You didn't attempt to address this shit. You made social justice issues more important than Americans' ability to feed and house and clothe themselves. Yep, Kedrick, that is true. Economists advised them before they passed their economic plan that it would spike inflation, which it did. Went up to 9%. And you say, oh, inflation dropped. Yeah, from 9%. It's still bad. It's still bad. It's at 3.5%. I believe the Fed's goal is 2%, really 1.5% is where you want it at, which is where it was at under Donald Trump. That's where it was at. And these people just, again, it's very simple. You can't fucking shut the economy down and start printing money like crazy. You just can't do that. You're asking for it. And that's what these fuckers did. And now they're paying the price. You put your own goddamn self out of office. And as my mom used to say, you whooped your own ass. You did the best campaign for Donald Trump. You did the campaigning for Donald Trump, actually. You advocated for Donald Trump. You advocated for Republicans in Senate to get all these Senate seats. Pretty much taking over the House right now. You did this. You're to blame, and you're on all these networks, on all these shows, pointing the finger at Hispanic men, pointing the finger at black men, blaming everybody for being misogynistic. I guess 80 million people are misogynistic and hate women and hate black people. 80 million people. That's the reason? No. The reason is on the fucking screen right now. You like to play pretend too damn much and act like there's nothing going on while you sit in your mansion or where the fuck you live, driving your fancy ass car, probably getting chauffeured and shit. Like my man said, you probably ain't went grocery shopping in 20 years. But the everyday American was suffering. And you did not give a damn. Didn't even attempt to even try to, mitigate this shit. And like Trump said, if you listen, fix it now. Fix it now. You're in a position of power. You can fix it now. Why not try to fix it now? You motherfuckers have been bam fucking boozled. And Americans said, enough is enough. I'm voting fucking Trump.
I think that most people didn't really understand. Well, I wouldn't say people. Most politicians didn't understand the savviness of the voter in this day and age. They're used to dealing with a people group or a voting group or a voting population that does not do their research, right? So as much as I want to disagree with you, and you already know where I stand, I don't deal. When it comes to Republican and Democrats, I don't play that game. I deal with strictly policy, right? And how I vote. I'm old enough and been making money long enough in my life, real money long enough in my life, to know and understand that the voting electorate is always going to get swayed one way or the other. And regardless to how I may feel about certain things, a lot of times things don't go my way, right? And I don't mean that by this particular election. I mean just period. Doesn't go my way once somebody gets voted in and I see them straying away from the policies that they were advocating. I don't want to hold you up because I know you got to get up in the border so real quick. I just want to drop this real quick. So I'm paying attention to everything that's going on as an older cat. and I'm watching people take sides, and I'm watching people not paying attention to the real nitty gritty. Let's be real. Trump didn't make a lot of noise. All he kept saying was the economy was bad. He didn't go into detail. All right. The Republicans didn't do it either. They didn't do what we're doing right now. They're not showing graphs. Nobody was showing graphs. Everybody was going off of everybody's emotions. All politicians was going off of everybody's emotions and what they feel and dealing with like you said, social injustices, right? Because that's what usually pulls people's heartstrings, especially on the minority side of things in this country, right? We're talking from Aboriginals to Hispanics to African Americans, to even some Asians. All right. And when I say Asians, I don't mean just Far East Asians, but I mean just Asians, you know. Um, I think that nobody's really understanding that the people that are voting are really paying attention to everything, everything, everything. What would make a group of what would make a group of minorities vote against what uh the far left would consider against your interests, right? Your social justice interests. What would make minorities vote against these things? What would make them vote far right to what they think that these people should be thinking? Bullshit. That's what would make any person vote against what most people think would be the social norm, your thoughts and how how you think about social justice and these things, the social norms. Nobody's thinking economics. Cuban Americans historically, since the 1980s, with the Mariana boat lift and all of those things, we could go back to 1953. Cuban males or Cuban households have historically at around 45 to 50% or 43 to 50% have voted Republican. Mexican Americans or South Americans as well, once they get into this country. People are not paying attention to these stats. Um, I'm gonna fall back for a minute and I'm gonna let you finish because I want to show some things. I put some
Hold on.
articles. I
I
put
got,
some articles in the back chat.
I got you, Sean. I got you.
I
I got
put
some
some.
video. I got some. Hold on, Sean.
Okay.
I got some videos that I want to share as well. So that's what I want to go into. And yes, the Latin vote has always been split, but that's not what I
Mhm.
was addressing. I was addressing that these people are acting as if Hispanics voting for Donald Trump and not voting for Kamala Harris means they hate black people and they hate women.
Or they're
That's what
misogynist,
yeah, they're
machismo,
misogynist.
Spanish machismo.
So
No,
you kind of drawing away from what I was saying because I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
saying that they didn't vote for Republicans. We all know that they're more balanced in
Conservative.
voting.
Yeah.
No, they're balanced. They're more balanced in voting than Black Americans are. I kind of wish Black Americans were more like Hispanics in voting. That wasn't the point. The point is Sonny Austin and Whoopi Goldberg got on The View and tried to say that Hispanics voted against Kamala Harris because they hate women and they hate black people.
Because of machismo, I had to go through this with listen, in my
Hold on,
own
bro.
house.
Hold on, Sean. Hold on.
In my whole household, I just want to say this real quick. I got you. I got you. I'm not.
You
I'm not
know,
steering
because
away from you.
you misunderstanding what I'm saying. And you misunderstanding what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Sean. They're saying it's because they hate black people. Well, how is it if they hate black people, how this same voter base had great turnout and they hate women for Hillary Clinton and Obama? It doesn't make no damn sense. It's just a talking point to try to diffuse what just fucking happened. And you can't diffuse what happened. What happened happened. Donald Trump gained the support and became a president. That's it.
I would say that most Cubans and Mexicans that vote Republican are not voting because they hate black people. Most of them are voting conservatively because of their own people.
That's a fact.
Because there's so much of a criminal element. This is going to sound kind of biased as well. In their view, there's so much of a criminal element amongst themselves that they want to separate themselves from those, because they're immigrants just as well as the criminals who come here that are immigrants, as too. They don't want to be associated with those people. These are their kinfolk. They don't want to be associated. So I'm not trying to get away from anything, bro. I'm gonna let you finish, but there's a few things I need to say, and I'm gonna let you go ahead. But I'm really not trying to get away from anything you're saying. I think I'm on the line of what you're saying. It just may take me a little while to get through everything, and you know,
Let me join both points there because I think you're both making great points and whatnot, right? So different people, like different Latino groups, they come from around the world. Like, so Cubans, they vote different than Mexicans, vote different than like people from like Venezuela, whatever. They got different concepts and whatnot, right? A lot of times though, you got people like from like Venezuela or Cuba that come here. One, like, so the people that are Cuban, right? First and foremost, like in Florida, Miami, whatnot, like they're hot at the illegal immigration, right? Because fam, they got to damn near kill themselves to get here, right? And when they do get here, like when they did when people were like when they were like leaving Cuba and like damn near killing themselves like in the waters to get here, whatnot, they had to get put at the end of the line for citizenship on some political stuff, right? Some real political stuff, right?
well, because they were Europeans coming here looking for, immigrants that were looking for citizenship as well. So they had to get on the back of the line, and there were others in the Caribbean.
No, they were
coming
just
here as
defectors.
well.
They were just defectors. So as defectors, they're political, like it's a political thing, right? So they're not coming through like regular citizens. That's what I'm saying. So like,
Right, but
so
the
for
Haitians,
Cuba,
there was Haitians.
Cubans,
We're not-
for Cuba, yeah, for Cubans, they're like, fam, like we had to do things like even we had to deport defect to come here and then wait to become citizens, and y'all coming through, getting more illegally, getting more services in our neighborhoods than what we're getting, and we're actual citizens. They did the hard way, right? And on the flip side of that, like, so you can see that where like what's interesting, right? Like, so what you were talking about, OG, about like certain people coming through. This is what I'm gonna try to touch another point real quick. Like, so if you look at like the Somali community in Minnesota, nobody really talked about this, but I was watching Minnesota all election night because that was the state I was looking to see flip, right? I called I said that I told
I was too.
Because like, so people don't recognize, but the Somali community came out hard against Kamala, right? Ilhan Omar got her votes in her district, sure, and I think a lot of that's questionable. She didn't debate the person that she was going up against, the one who was a female Sunni Muslim from Iraq who had been here since '93.
I would say there was a whole separate reason why she was able to keep her seat. There's a whole another
if
reason.
she would have debated the girl running against her, she would have lost straight up and down. But like the Somali community came out and did like a whole big protest against like the ones that came out for Trump, right? To the point to where like people need to understand in Minnesota, in Trump got 44% in 2016. In 2020, he got like 45%. He got 47% this time. It's been consistently going up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just think it's a Republican movement. I think it's just people just
but
pissed off with the Democrats, period, that they're doing this.
100%. No,
that's
exactly.
why I agree.
That's what the Somalis said.
Right.
They came out. They had Somalis, Palestinians, all kind of like they had Somali Christians, Somali Muslims, like the whole joint. They were like, nah, fam. Like we can't take the fact that we got our kids in school and the third graders can't read and the eighth graders can't do math. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's why I agree with a lot of what Yeshua is saying.
Mm-hmm.
It has more to do with the bullshit that the Democratic Party is pushing than it is about.
And that's why I was trying to bridge the gap with that. Exactly. That's why I was trying to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Because
And
that's what they said. That's what they said. but like so like the Somali community just became like the Mexican community, like what we used to be back in the day before, like before Kennedy, we were like 40-60 conservative, like liberal, like Republican, etc. Right? The Somali community just split like that too, right? To the point to where like they all like Trump, like he was leading in Minnesota for the majority of the night. Even in the blue districts, he was still leading for the majority. They had to hit like Ilhan's district for them to make up for it. You know what I'm saying?
Once
And
I
even
seen he had 125 electoral votes, and she only had 25, I already
yeah,
knew what it was.
I was a right. Yeah,
It was a wrap from there. And that is because they was expecting not just whole states, but certain districts of states that held heavy populations. Well, yeah, that held a heavy populace in the state. You know what I'm saying? There might be 2 or 3 districts in one state that may hold the most population, the most people,
hmm
you know, to vote. And so they was counting on these, and it didn't work for them. It didn't work for them. You
no
see,
fact,
purple. Once something once a state turns purple, turns purple, now it's a toss up because New York State is now purple. Like for real, it's now
bro.
purple.
It's a lot of states that went purple on
Yeah,
Tuesday, bro. That no one's trying to talk about, and that's and the dope part about it when you're talking about like the people coming in from foreign countries. There was a back and forth between Jake Uger and a Polish politician on the PBD podcast, where the Polish politician was trying to talk about like the importance of American culture and what it had to do with his with the freedom of his people in Poland. So like they were communists beforehand, but it was Reagan and the Pope that went in, and helped free their country, whatnot, right? So he was always going to pay respects to America, etc., based upon that. And so there's a lot of people who come here, like the Cubans or like the Somalis or whatever, who come here and they want that promise of America, and they get here like, no, we're grabbing it 10 toes down. What you talking about? And so they got no issue speaking up for themselves, making themselves known. It's like and thinking for themselves, right? And that's the beautiful part, right? Is a lot of people started thinking for themselves, right? But this is like what you said, OG, is like the voter is watching everything. And I'm gonna say this last part. I'm gonna hit me for a long time. Um, but like so, the whole rhetoric against Trump was he's a threat against democracy. He's Hitler. He's this. He's that. He's like,
facts,
and so
facts.
on one hand, people are like, how are you saying that when you're the people trying, like the Democrats are trying to kick everybody off the ballots? They were trying to stop their own primaries. They didn't have a primary. You know what I'm saying? Kamala was not elected. Biden wasn't elected, fam.
Yep.
Not
So
this second go around. They were selected both times. And here's the coldest part. If y'all just would have had a primary, y'all would have won, fam. You had RFK Jr.
Yeah, if
running
they
in the
would have
primary.
grabbed yeah, exactly. If they would have grabbed the person, and like you said, instead of them being picked, handpicked, and just having a primary, and they battle it out, they would
Mhm.
have fared better. They tried to pick the most popular. You know what I'm saying? They went with the
Right.
popular shit. This is the
It wasn't
nonsense that
even that. If they went with the most popular, they would have went with the RFK. See,
no.
this is what I'm.
What I'm
yeah.
saying,
Yep.
what I'm saying
Hold
is
on.
the most popular amongst the Democrats, the most popular, even though Biden was popular, I'm talking about the two
I'm
front
saying with
runners.
that, you can't, bro. How you get more
Right, with the
popular than the
two front
Kennedy name?
runners. Right. No, I'm talking the two front runners. Kennedy he is popular, but I'm talking about the two popular front names because that's all people pay attention to. Nobody really pay attention to. Let's be real. Unless you own homes, unless you are a true, and this is I don't mean to be disrespectful to anybody, but unless you are a true taxpayer in every sense of the word, meaning you own a home, you pay school taxes, you pay municipal taxes, you pay, like, you know what I'm saying, and you own a home, property taxes, you're not going to see or pay attention to voting the way you should. Everything, if you're in the hood, you're paying attention to emotionalism when
Yeah,
it
that
comes
all
to
changed
voting.
this time, though, bro. Because this is what I'm saying, OG. Like, so this
Okay,
was the
I'm
election
sorry.
where everybody was told that they were stupid for not agreeing with the Democrats on a crazy level, right? And we got this is what I'm saying is like what you're saying is 100% right. To where like even the average voter, Like, I have my brother calling me from prison, like, gamed up on what's going on in politics. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's the point I was trying to make. Historically, I know that most of us that own some shit, we pay attention to our local politics and we vote locally because it affects us immediately. Federal shit don't affect you immediately unless it's some real
But this
major
is
policy
let me
shit.
finish this point real quick, because this is what they were seeing,
Right?
right? Like, so in real time, we were able to see war, like lawfare happening against Trump. They were trying to like literally make it to where like they could kick him off the ballots if they could convict him of something, but they wouldn't. Everyone in the world saw that they wouldn't charge him with any actual stuff for
Right.
January 6th, right?
Right.
And so we saw that they tried to kick him off the ballots. They ended their own primaries and tried to kick the Democrats off the ballot. They tried to kick RFK Jr. off the ballot and the Greens off the ballot. And it succeeded in New York and whatnot, right? Y'all only had 2 people on the ballot in your state, right?
Because they
And at
didn't
the
want
same,
nobody to
they even put
disturb.
Tulsi Gabbard on a terrorist watch list, fam.
Because they
Every-
didn't want nobody to disturb or move any 2, 10, 1,000 votes from
right.
the populist vote, the
And
Democratic populist vote. They didn't want anybody to vote green. They didn't want anybody. Listen, they needed every vote. So what they did was they used their the 2 popular politicians to hold the votes.
right. And everybody saw the bullshit. We saw that your claim is that you have to destroy democracy in order to protect it. Okay,
Exactly.
we're not buying it, fam, because all the shit you're saying didn't happen
I'm
under
not buying
Trump.
it.
Yeah, like
I
Trump was
survived.
president for. I didn't,
I'm an old cat, yo. I've been paying taxes, owning some shit for a long time, going back to like before the 90s started rolling in. And excuse my language, but I pay attention to all of this stuff. And I could tell you from my personal once they s- from my personal experience and surviving every last one of these presidencies, what hits me the most, what has caused me the most problems financially, economically in my life is not federal votes, not voting federally. It's my local vote that causes me the most issues.
what people saw though, what the point I'm trying to make is people saw that even that was in jeopardy, fam. Like the concept of voting, period, was put in jeopardy with this election. That's what I'm saying. Like there was the whole thing about
Yeah,
like my
but
man Professor
when
Democracy.
listen,
Go ahead.
when you vote in a mixed bag, see you're forced to vote a mixed bag. You're forced to vote a mixed bag when you own some shit over 10, 15 presidencies. The hell with the presidents. You're looking for and your local politicians that you trust or you think you can trust to make sure that you can stay above water with whatever you own.
But
Hey,
none of that matters. None of that matters if the election system gets completely taken over to the point to where like they now become like the dictator countries that they're trying to tell you that
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
trying
yeah,
it's about
exactly.
to do.
no,
That's
that's
the whole
facts.
point. OG,
Look,
let me just land real quick. Let me just land real quick. The
okay.
point I'm saying is like, so even people in Shari and in Ebree's generation who haven't seen the
Oh,
multiple
they fucked.
elections you're talking about, they're everyone from top down could see from the young to old was like, nah, you coming for the
That's
vote,
who
man.
made this
We see
federal
you.
vote. Those young
Exactly.
people made a big difference. The young people made a big difference in this federal
And
voting.
and that's the cool part. They're not stupid. They know how to use these smartphones. You understand what I'm saying? Let
Exactly.
me look at all. Let me
Shit,
fact check
we got a
all that
couple of them
bullshit
in
you saying
Yap
in real
Gang.
time.
It's a few of them in Yap Gang be running around here talking shit to an old nigga.
Hey, it's a
So
couple of
I
us
ain't
can
even
talk to
mad.
you.
Yeah, Sean, did you watch my live last night? Did
Yeah,
you
I
watch?
watched it. Yeah, I
So
watched
so I addressed the local voting and state voting in that live,
it.
and I said many of the problems African Americans argue about and complain about is due to their state and local elections, and I brought up my voting in my state and in my local county and who I voted for and why I voted for them. So yeah, that was brought up last night. But the portion that I went over right there was to explain that the people that campaigned for Donald Trump the most, and the reason why Donald Trump won, were the Democrats themselves, because their inability to address the issues that people were suffering through. And that's why in all the exit polls, they put down the major reason for them voting the way they voted was the economy. That's what they put down. See, that's different than what Sonny Austin them said. Whoopi Goldberg said, Van Jones, Joy Reid even chimed in and said the same
You
thing.
already know what they're thinking, though, bro.
They speak.
Those
Hold
people
on.
that you're naming, you already know they're on their emotionalism. They're not thinking economic wise. And it's crazy for me to think that somebody like Whoopi Goldberg that makes a certain amount of money, but she doesn't care. She will sacrifice certain, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice her, which most people would do for the righteous vote. For the righteous vote. I have no problem with that. I don't argue with people about their vote, bro. I don't do that. I jumped on here. I avoid these conversations, but I jumped on here because I had certain things to say just as a neutral voter and an OG that's been voting, that owns some shit, been owning some shit, been through estate taxes, all kind of things, from, you know, uh grandparents and things like that, like, and having to deal with that, and certain neighborhoods you live in. You live in the hood, most people that live in the hood is renting.
Yeah, and they're
So
paying.
what are they doing? Wait, hold on. Before you go
But they're
forward.
paying. They're paying their tax. They're paying again. Did you hear what I said earlier?
No,
When
I did, bro, but hear
hold
me
on, hold
out.
on.
Hear me out. Hear
Well,
me
I
out
want to
real
say
quick.
this though. I just want to clear this up.
Okay.
The reason why your rent increases, or anyone's rent increase, is because the owner of that property mortgage rate went up, property
Exactly.
tax went up. So
So we're
now
talking about the populace.
they trickle down that price to their consumer, bro.
Right,
They're
but we're
paying
talking
that.
about the populace. The populace is not understanding that. The people that live in that building doesn't understand what the owner of the building is going through.
That's true.
The people that are like the regular everyday, you rent and you might be paying, and don't get it twisted. In New York City, there's people that's paying $3,000 a month for a two-bedroom apartment,
No, for a closet.
$3,500.
For a
Wait,
closet.
right. And they raising a family in that. And that couple that's running that household is trying to figure out how to put money together to move and buy a house, but they can't because they're paying $3,200 a month just to live in the proper building. It might be still in the hood, but it's a clean building, a proper building. They can park their car without getting. In New York City, you park your car in the street at a certain hour in the morning, you getting a ticket if you don't move your goddamn car. So if you own a car, that's another bill. You got to put your car. You got to live in a building where it has a parking lot, and then the corporation that owns your building is charging a premium or an extra $200 a month or $150 a month for you to put your car in the parking lot in the building. So these people that are middle class people, they might be not be making like what me and my wife make, but they're making like, let's say 100,000, 120,000 a year, maybe 150,000 a year between the couple, and they got two or three kids. That's a grip. But if you're living in New York City, that ain't shit. And now you have to rent. You're renting, and then as you're renting, you're not you're making enough you're making enough money to catch the problems that anybody that would own a house would catch when it comes to voting this whole voting scheme. But when you're out the loop because you're just paying money, paying, and you don't own shit and you don't have to, nothing belongs to you. So you're not, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just pay and move, pay and live, pay and live. That's how I should say. You're paying and living, paying and living. So all that the Democratic Party has to operate on you with is your emotions because you don't understand what it is to pay a premium in taxes and learn how to fight for taxes and learn how to get you're not paying you're not dealing with the same situation that you're not dealing with the same situation that an owner is dealing with. So these people are operating off their emotions. These same people that's making $150,000 a year that's living in the city of New York get now they got to send their kids to go to school. There's no school buses in New York City. These kids got to get on. When you grow up in New York City, you got to get on public transportation to go to high school and junior high school, and you get a bus pass. And your high school may be 10, 15 miles away, and you take a public transportation. This is where the gangster shit start. This is when your kids get in trouble on the bus and the train and got to protect the shit that you bought for them to get on the train with. You know what I'm saying? To go to school with. They getting on the train with it. They got to come home with that. It's a whole nother operation when you're living in a big city.
Yeah,
So I'm sorry.
you get you
Let me
get
fall
taxed.
back.
No, I want to talk about that city stuff. We dragging away from where I was going, but I'm engage in this.
Okay.
When I lived in Massachusetts, I lived there, right?
Yeah, that's a city. That's like it's a whole nother operation. That's
When I
Northeast corridor shit. So you talking Northeast corridor shit. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, when I lived there, this is how crazy this. We're talking taxes. I don't even know how people do that shit, man. I went crazy. I just
Yeah, that's another thing.
you get taxed for parking your what you brought up parking in a designated parking spot.
Mhm,
Parking anywhere in the city of Boston, like where you're in residence,
mhm.
parking on the street, you have to pay the government of Massachusetts, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, every year to just park your goddamn car. You get taxed for that.
Right. That's why it's called a Commonwealth. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth. Virginia is
Exactly.
a Commonwealth. When any state that this is the different games that everybody is playing in this field. Excuse me.
So hold on, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
I'm not done.
Go
I'm not done.
ahead.
You brought this up.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
In these damn blue, super duper blue areas, when you look at your check, it's gonna say federal withholding, and you also gonna have state tax on there, right? Right or wrong?
100%. You know, I know.
You getting double taxed on that, and then at the end of the year,
You a 6-digit cat, so yeah, you're a six
listen,
like I am. So you get it.
exactly. So you already know where I'm going with this. At the end of the year, you get assessed, right? Everybody file their taxes, and what do they always do? Oh, actually, you owe more money,
Right. So you got to cheat.
right? But just hear what I'm
I'm
saying.
not saying that you got to cheat, but you got to cheat.
No, not even you. Don't even use the word cheat. You gotta start an LLC. But that's a whole nother.
Oh, all right. Well, we could do that too now.
That's a whole nother
'Cause I
conversation.
did that already. All right.
Right. But the average person, you got to tell them, whatever. But my point is, people are getting taxed into oblivion in these regions, man. Into oblivion. And this is
Facts.
the Democrat model: tax spin, tax spin, tax spin. And it's like,
So
nah,
imagine, Yashub, imagine making $150,000 a year just between you and your woman
yeah,
living in New York City,
yeah.
and y'all in an apartment in the hood, and you can't claim shit because you don't own. Once you're over a certain amount of money a year between a couple, You can't file. You have nothing. You have no property. You have nothing to when you do your filing every year. You have nothing to claim.
Yeah.
Park right there, OG.
Nothing.
Park right there. Park right there.
Okay.
So
All right.
what
Got you.
what did Kamala Harris offer that couple?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing. This is what I'm saying.
And
So
they
I'm not
got it this
mad.
time. You feel it? It was like, no, I'm straight. I'm gonna pass on that one, fam. I'm straight.
Yeah, everybody passing on it. So I'm being honest with you. I am down the middle. I made it very clear. I'm an independent, and I had to be driven. I came up in the 80s. My first time voting was in 1984, 1984, 1983. That's my first time voting, being legally able to vote. And I was driven by African American family, by being in the hood to be a Democrat, right? And now, during this time in my city, this city was was racially divided like you wouldn't believe. For a progressive city, it was racially divided like you wouldn't believe. It wasn't until I'm gonna say about 2000 that I finally woke up. About I think from 83 to 2000. How many cycles is that federally? About
Wait,
5 cycles?
83 to 2000. That's
Yeah, about
one.
5 cycles, four
Yeah.
cycles,
Yeah.
5 cycles.
Just about
All right. That's
5.
all it took for me. That's all it took. And I was like, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
I'm being real with you. I'm independent. And I only since when I became independent is when I started voting a mixed bag. I always told you your shoe. I always told you more. Whenever I vote, we had these discussions over the past 4 years that we've been together. I vote a mixed bag. I don't play these games. I vote policy over everything. I don't claim I don't claim no nothing. I don't claim no red. I don't claim no blue. I ain't Crip. I ain't Blood. I
And
ain't
this is the first
Democrat.
time
I
the country voted like you, OG. That's the point. So this is the first time that
right,
independents made the largest voting block out of the country,
right.
right? So, you know me, right? Like, so I always vote for third party, right? This is the first time.
Mhm.
This is the second time I voted for a major party candidate, but the first time I actually voted for one that was on the ticket. Like, so the first time I voted for a major party candidate, like I wrote the dude in, right? I wrote in Ron Paul's one at like 2008 or something like that, right? But this is the first like I didn't vote for Trump the first two times he ran. You know what I'm saying? I voted third party then. This time I was gonna vote third party, but yo, we got like once they shot my boy, I was like, hold on, let me rethink this whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all going crazy in this piece, right? Then they came for him the second and third time. I'm like, yo, come on,
Yeah,
man.
but
You
I didn't even
know,
pay that no mind. That didn't move me on
bruh,
my
hold on, just let me land my plane right quick. Like
God.
so that's on the tail end of what I'm trying to say about like my point about like the so what started bringing me into the thing was me watching the fact like so again, I'm a third party cat, right? And this is a shitty economy, and so they're trying to give me a bad economy and take away my ability to vote from now on, right? Like you see, again, they're taking away elections. You know what I'm saying? They're taking away primaries. They're debating less. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff, right? To the
Not
point
even
now,
that. They're just like they're gerrymandering. They're
yeah,
doing all
but they're
kind of shit.
legit. But they're legit, bro. It was a legit shit show. It was legit,
That
like again,
gerrymandering
Republican.
backfired. That
Yeah,
gerrymandering.
but
Exactly.
now you can't even count gerrymander. This last election with Trump and Kamala wasn't no gerrymandering. Nobody could blame anything on this. This was
No, but
straight
they did
vote.
all. They did a lot of redistricting in key states and key counties and
Yeah.
shit.
This is true, but this did
And
not. There
you
was too
still,
many. The
you still,
popular vote. If you look at the popular vote,
but,
and
but hold on, bro. Hold on. This is
okay,
what
go
I'm
ahead.
trying to tell you. Even with the advent of gerrymandering and implementing that, invoking that, there was still a red shift in these areas. They thought they was going to get gains. Same thing with that illegal immigration. They thought, well, we
No,
grant 500,000. Hold on, brother.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
You off that
don't.
sauce, bro. You off that sauce. Just let me talk, man. I'm talking,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
I'm in
All right.
quiet,
Let
man.
me
You
fall
off
back.
that
Let me
sauce
fall
right now, brother. Come on, man. I'm gonna give you the mic. You know I'm gonna give you the mic. I always give you the mic, brother. But what I was saying was, even within these districts, you still seen that red shift, which goes back to what I'm saying. These damn Democrats drove people to vote the way they voted. And instead of just blaming all these non-factors, oh, people hate black people hate women, they don't want to see a woman in power. It has nothing and absolutely nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with your ability to address real issues and come with real solutions. You know, that was the point of this video, by the way. I know people watching don't know what the hell the point of the video is. We kind of
Well,
spitballing here.
you should have got the point already because you made about 4 or 5 of these already since the.
No, I did. I only made one.
No,
And
I'm saying
it wasn't about the reason.
right.
Tonight's video is about the reason because Sonny Austin and all the legacy media are saying that it's because of hatred. Um, it's pretty much driven by hatred, you know, bigotry and racism, misogyny, and that's not the case. So I want to get on
I
here
100% agree with that. You're
and
right.
show that your inability to address, or not even inability, because they were able to address these things, they just didn't do it. And all those non-answers and word salads upon word salads, it just pissed the voter base off. She lost everybody. She lost in key states. She lost everybody that would have voted for her because of that. And that's what I want to bring home here. Look, that inflation chart, the wages I was showing here. Look,
Yeah, finish it up.
what does it say right there, Sean?
Real wage growth is what matters for workers' living standards. 100%.
That's it.
That's how I survive. That's.
That's
I
how
don't want
everybody
anybody.
survives.
Yeah, I don't want anybody think that like I'm against anything outside of what I bring home. Me and my wife bring home. Yes, taxes fuck with us. Yes, gas going back and forth, especially now that we're in the suburbs. For the past 25 years, we've been in the suburbs, out the hood. Gas, travel back and forth to work. All, you know what I'm saying? All those things count. And I don't want anybody to think that like I'm against that. Like, or uh I'm voting on my emotions. I've never voted on my emotions after about 2000. It's always been about policy. Always been about policy. And that's why I always vote a mixed bag. So outside of that, I'm gonna let y'all brothers build. Cause yeah, I'm off tomorrow. So yeah, I had a few sham pipples.
I know you did.
I'm off to I finally got off. I finally got a day off because I'm an old ass Negro and I'm still working hard and trying to maintain my situation. So yeah,
Yeah,
got a day off tomorrow.
that's another point I'm gonna draw from that. I'm drawing certain things from what you're seeing, and I'm trying to relate it to the audience for what we were talking about earlier. Think about what you just said, man. I'm just not getting a day off. You know, I work 6 to 7 days every damn week. You do as well. So
Yeah, we always talk about that, bro.
when you
100%.
talking about all Americans and most hardworking Americans that working these long ass weeks trying to make ends meet or just trying to make gains, they don't want to hear this bullshit. They don't care.
You know what it takes to get out the hood? You know what it takes to get out the hood? It takes
Exactly.
hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to work. Just work, work. Imagine doing that until my age
Exactly.
and finally seeing, you know what I mean? Like you grabbed a hold of it at a certain point, but then now you got to maintain it through all of these presidencies, all of these elections, all of this bullshit. You know how much it used to come, bro? I used to drive a S a Mercedes Benz S 500 back and forth to Manhattan from upstate during the uh the Obama administration, bruh. It was costing me. I can't put nothing in that car but premium unleaded. It was costing me $5.28 a gallon, and I was doing 100 round trip, 136 miles every day, and I'm doing overtime. So let's times that by only 2 days off a month, because I'm doing all my overtime. Anything they put on the table, I'm taking. If they say there's overtime tomorrow, I'm getting up and I'm going to get it.
Hey,
$5.
hey, that's Whoopi looking at you like, what are you talking about, brother? Like, come on.
So, but that's back in the days, but nothing's changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I'm taking y'all to back in the days, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna let y'all finish. You know what? I'm done. I'm done.
And guess what? I voted, so the people in Texas, at least in my county, will have to experience that shit. All right, that's the end of the story.
And I voted so my guys like you know what I'm saying, OG can get taxes, no taxes on their overtime. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Hey,
When I
look,
retire, I ain't talking on the mic no more either. I'm retiring from everything, and y'all can just keep my memory alive. I'm done.
hey, shut. You sound like a Ghostface Killer right now, bro. You sound like,
This nigga here.
but more. Did you hear the rebuttal to no taxes on Social Security?
Bruh.
Bro, this nasty work, bro. Nasty work. They basically said they should pay taxes, because if they are paying taxes, because they got like a little gig going. I'm like, shouldn't you
I'm gonna
reward
ask you.
people?
I'm gonna ask you a quick
Let me say
question.
this. I just want to say this real quick. Shouldn't you reward people that work their whole goddamn life and now they're eligible for Social Security with not being taxed?
Bruh.
You're saying no, they should be taxed because they still making money.
How you gonna tax me on the money you tax me on, bro?
Exactly, bro.
They've been doing
I'm
that.
getting it back, and you finna hit me with the tax again, my G. What is this?
Double whammy, bro.
You in my
Facts, they've been
pockets
doing
twice,
that.
my G. You know what I'm saying?
Does anybody know what's the max you're supposed to pay into your Social Security in your state or your county? Well, you know what? I'm gonna say your state.
You know I know because I'm a union worker, and you got to
Right.
fill out
I'm a
this.
union. I'm a union rep, so you know I know. In New York City, it's high as a fuck before they opt you out. If you make a certain amount of money by the end of the year, then you'll get opt out, and it's usually only like a month before in New York City. So that tell you how high that shit is. And I've touched it for the past 26 years. I've touched that peak. So I don't know what your number is in your state, Yeshu, but you could, you know.
Yeah, and guess what? It's people that don't want you to not get taxed. They want you to continue to pay into the system that you've been paying into your whole life. Ain't that a bitch? But anyway, this is the Hodge twins going in on Whoopi and friends on The View.
A new show for y'all. Man, America, that was a beautiful night last night. And it turned into a beautiful day. Yeah. It's going to turn into a beautiful 4 years. Right. And so The View, they responded to the election, and these ladies are just idiots. And we're going to destroy them today. Check this video out.
So, how you feel? I'll start. If you look at the New York Times this morning, the headline was America makes a perilous choice. I think that in 2016, we didn't know what we would get from a Trump administration, but we know now. And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry, not about myself, actually. I don't worry about
Almost unfettered power. What does that even mean? Like, all these people live in a bubble. They live in fantasy land, y'all. Like, unfettered power. No, we have check and balances in our government. We have 3 branches of government. He's only in one. It's not going to be unfettered. And y'all know about it because when he was president the first time, you tried to impeach him twice. You understand? His last 2 years was hell. You fought against the building of the wall and funding of the wall. If he had if you becoming a president gives you unfettered power, why does all those things happen? Come on now.
So ironically, she's talking about a Supreme Court ruling that happened under Biden, to where the executive branch gets more exemptions to do certain things, like as long as they're acting within their power as president went, right? And so they did expand the power of the executive branch, and now they're complaining because he gets to use
Yeah, but so it was good for Biden, but not good for Trump. But that
it.
still
Right.
doesn't overrule the other branches of. You still got three.
Exactly, because it still has to do with just the executive branch stuff. He can't overstep his boundaries and start doing stuff in the other branches with the powers that were.
Boy. Look at her face, man.
And she ought to know. She's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. She's a lawyer. She ought to know this stuff.
She
so
still
more.
operates in her emotions.
So more. What you're saying is that with her being a lawyer, that she's supposed to be knowledgeable, and aware
She
of it.
still operates the Democratic Party has her like Whoopi Goldberg and everybody else. The progressives got her operating in her emotions.
Right, but this is what I was about to say, Sean. Check this out. This means that what she's pushing and propagating is disinformation, not misinformation, disinformation.
Disinformation, 1,000,000%.
100.
And for the audience watching, disinformation means you're lying on purpose, basically. You're doing this on purpose.
My station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have. And I remember my father telling me,
how does she have less? That don't even make any sense. They just be saying shit.
Well, she's
Yeah,
talking
Sean,
from a
what's the
feminist.
abortion law in New York? What's the
Right, I was
abortion law
about
in
to
New York?
say she's talking from a feminist point of view. So the no, New York State is still giving women abortions if they want.
Exactly. So what is she talking? What her daughter's got less
So
rights than her?
right, but
How?
hold on. Certain counties in New York State and the state, it's a huge state,
Oh my God.
will play the game where, they don't want to they don't they don't do abortions in certain counties, so you have to leave your county. But New York City, that's a whole nother animal. I'll leave it
Watch
at
this.
that.
What? Okay. Again, we just talked about this. Law on abortion. I'm just gonna put the New York law on abortion. Type this in Google.
It's from state to state, ain't it, bro?
Yeah, it's a state thing. That's what I was about to bring up. As you can see on the screen, in New York, you can get an abortion for any reason up to 24 weeks of pregnancy or later if your health is at risk or your pregnancy will not survive.
That's right, New York City, but New York State, it depends where you go in New York State. They'll start playing games with you, bro. Hochul is still a
Right.
governor here, so she's a woman and she's a feminist to a degree. So, but certain, every county gets to, you know, uh,
Bro, we just went over this, my G. Check this out. It's NewYorkState.gov, man. NY.gov. Abortion, New York State, know your rights. The rights she said her daughter not gonna have.
How
Obviously,
you,
she can do that.
you can have an abortion up to 6 months, but somehow she got less right?
She got less rights, right? That's more than Roe v. Wade, ain't it?
Fam, that's what I'm trying to tell people. They don't
well, that's
understand.
why
People
that's
have been
why I
able to
said,
expand since Roe v. Wade, since they got kicked back to so the places that are that are really pro abortion like that, they're expanding the abortion laws, fam.
well,
So
that's what I'm saying. There's
how are the
certain parts
abortion
of New
laws being
York State.
expanded?
I'm
No, you
sorry,
got
there's
it,
certain
OG.
parts of
No,
New
you
York
got it, OG.
State. There's certain parts of New York State that'll play games with you. You go to Erie, Buffalo, they're not going to play that game with you because Buffalo is progressive. Buffalo is, it's a lot of gangsters. I'm saying it's a lot of hoods up there. I'm saying Albany, it's a lot of hoods there. They got a lot of clinics. They got clinics. And so when you go to rural parts of New York State, all right, and Buffalo and Albany, Syracuse, some of these places is further. further out, close to Canada, especially Buffalo, is further out and closer, or Erie is to Canada. But there's certain pockets in New York State. New York City is a whole nother animal. New York City will give you what you want. New York State, depending on what county you in, you might have a problem. I'll leave it at that.
That would be illegal because the state permits it. So if the state permits it, then who controls that?
That's true, but then you might have to go to another county because a certain doctor may not want to do it in his, and he'll make an excuse. He'll make an excuse.
But that the right, hold on, the right that she's claiming to have, that she's arguing.
I agree.
She has the right. So why are we arguing this, son? Why are we talking about this?
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just telling you what they're doing up here. That's all.
So what you're saying is they're acting illegally. But what she's saying is that her daughter doesn't have this right for abortion. And she didn't even say that. She says less rights. That's all she said, which is general as hell. You got the same rights as any other American. But when we're talking about abortion, you're in a deep blue state. They allow abortions up to 24 weeks per the state legislature. You know what I'm saying? So she's full of sugar honey iced tea, as we used to say in the South. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We rewind that. So we can find that real quick. Let me go back.
Yeah,
look at
contrary to popular belief, the Roe v. Wade was not part of the
At all.
Bill of Rights.
No, it's not a Bill of Rights.
At all.
None of that. But if they want to play that game, like y'all New York, y'all live in New York, man. Y'all.
So tell them what it was. It was an amendment. Tell them what it was.
What?
Abortion rights, or women's
Roe v.
abortion
Wade
rights.
Yeah, Roe v. Wade is a Supreme Court decision.
It's not a right. It's a Supreme Court.
Exactly.
That's why you get the V in there. It's a Supreme Court decision. It's versus.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. Now we got a whole new one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they trying to treat it like civil rights. You know, oh, there's a Civil Rights Act, protected class and stuff. No, it's not like that at all. You guys been lied to, and y'all lying about it. So it's like, and here's the thing too. It's not on accident, because they always talk about all these people are spreading misinformation. No, you guys are doing disinformation. You guys are the kings and queens of different disinformation. Y'all lie all the damn time on purpose.
Facts. So, what are everybody's beliefs on this stand?
On abortion?
Well, just on abortion, not just regular abortion. Like,
here's my stance.
The Supreme parts about, so you know what I'm saying, the biggest parts about abortion, like, you know, if a woman's gonna die, or you know what I'm saying, like the whole shebang.
Okay, so again,
we have to discuss.
I mentioned this earlier. People say like my state, like Colin Allred got destroyed by Ted Cruz because all he did was say, in the state of Texas, if the mother is in danger, she cannot get abortion because the doctor would have to go to prison because he's breaking the law if he performed an abortion. That is a fucking lie. In the state of Texas, according to our legislature, that if the woman is at risk, they can perform an abortion. It's literally written in black and white. You can read the code.
It's a state issue.
Right. But my personal position on abortion is a little different than my state's position on it. My position on abortion is, if you want to get a damn abortion, that's on you. And that's what the Congress, the United States American Congress, have already came to this assumption. So this is nationwide. I agree with Congress. If you get an abortion, you got to pay for it. It should not be a tax burden. It should not be laid upon the people of America to pay for. That's a personal decision, just like having sex is a personal.
Well, we're talking about hot asses now. But if you have to have
that's a personal decision. Listen,
if it's hot asses, I agree.
I got people in my family that had 9.
We don't have to go that far, bro.
No, I'm going that far. And guess what? They found some way, somehow to pay for it. I don't know how they did it, but they paid for every single one of them. They didn't get no damn government program to come in and use taxpayer money. Why? Because they realized that's some shit that they did. That's a personal choice. not a people's choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, agreed. So
So
if you just a hot ass, it's on you.
it's on you.
Right.
That's
But if
my stance on abortion, which is the United States Congress stance on abortion.
right. But if you're a woman that got pregnant and now it's causing you an issue, and you're not even married. I'm saying, let's say, you got pregnant and you wasn't necessary. Oh, you know what? I want to say you wasn't a hot ass, but you did something out of covenant.
Yeah.
All right. You made love out of covenant, or you had sex, you had lust out of covenant, and you got pregnant. And now the man ain't around, but now 6, 7 months later, now we have an issue with your pregnancy. And either she could die or the baby could die. Or both of y'all could die.
Here it
What's
is.
your outlook on that?
Here it is. Chapter
I'm
one.
not talking about your state.
But I
Because
agree
we
with
all know what
the state. No, obviously people don't know because All Red just ran a whole campaign for senator saying that this was happening in the state of Texas, misrepresenting my state, misrepresenting the legislature. So I got to
No, I
bring this out
agree.
because I agree with this.
I
I
agree.
agree. So I'm answering this. This is twofold right here. Chapter 178 of the Texas Health and Safety Code prohibits abortions outright, except in certain narrow circumstances. Section 170A.002 prohibits a person from performing and inducing or attempting an abortion. Are there any exceptions? There is an exception for situations in which the life or health of the pregnant patient is at risk. This is what you're asking. And I'm saying I agree with what my state legislature says. In order for the exception to apply, 3 factors must be met. A licensed physician must perform the abortion. The patient must have a life-threatening condition and be at risk of death or substantial impairment of a major bodily function if the abortion is not performed. Substantial impairment of a major bodily function is not defined in this chapter. The physician must try to save the life of the fetus unless this would increase the risk of the pregnant patient's death or impairment. So niggas been going around lying on my state, and I agree with this portion right here. And that's what you just asked me. If she's at risk,
Well, I love my team.
if she's at risk, then you perform the abortion. This is common sense. It's in
But
our
this is
law
why I
book.
love my team, because we're all about sources and making sure that we whatever we're talking about or whatever we're backing, we make sure that we have sources to back that up.
Yeah.
So do you mind pulling up that New York State? Matter of fact, I'll grab it.
The,
Go ahead. Finish doing what you do.
the New York law on
Yeah.
it. Okay, hold on. NY state law abortion.
More, if you could pull up your state or county.
Bro, I'm in Washington State. Everything go here. She's like,
I know. Hey,
Facts.
didn't they make it
That's one
legal
of
to
the
do
most
crack?
bruh,
liberal.
bruh,
Right.
they hold on. OG,
But
listen
we
to this.
need to just
Hold
look
on,
at
no,
this.
OG,
I want to
real
look at
quick.
the. Okay.
Yeah, real quick. In my state, they literally try to make it to where it was going to be an economic boom for people trying to come in to have abortions. Just know what I'm trying to say? Like they were all about it, fam. And again, all that was about any expansions that were done were based upon the fact that it was now a state thing and not a federal thing. And for me personally, like I'm with your shoot, right. I'm right there with the Heidemann. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm if you want to have an abortion, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm not.
Yeah, that's on you. That's your personal decision. You got to deal with the maker on that.
Yeah, my personal position is I'm pro-choice until the viability of the fetus, right? But at that
Right.
juncture, like like I don't. So I have like a both and like where like I'm pro-life, pro-choice. Like so, once the fetus is viable, I'm not. There's no way. Like so, for instance, in my own personal life, I had no issue having like my lady take like a morning after pill or something like that, right, at some point. But if she was like in the first trimester or something, no, man.
All right. So I got New York. I got New York.gov up. I don't know where my bro at, but I'm gonna share this real quick.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second to shoot. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, like why you get that just to because you ask the opinion. The opinion I always will have. It's like, man, do what you want to do it on your own dollar. That's it.
Exactly. No, I agree with that too. Unless it's extreme or you don't, yeah. You know, there's
Yeah, if it's incest or rape or something like that,
yeah,
man.
like there's exceptions to the rule, but yeah, I think we all agree on that. So that's not an issue. Am I sharing?
Uh, yes, I was just on that page. I literally just pulled that up.
Yes. All right. Shit, I can't scroll it. Hold up. Let me make my screen smaller so I can scroll through this joint. Where is that? Okay.
You know what? If I would have talked to Lee Zeldin, he would have beat Hochul. You know, I was like, Lee, it's very simple how to approach abortion. Just say you're for it, and it's just not going to be on the
On the
pot.
dime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not going to be on the dime of the New Yorkers. That's it. That's all you had to say.
Yeah, it's not on the dime. So regardless to what your you know what I'm saying, your beliefs is, some people use it as a what do you call that? Like a prophylactic, not even prophylactic, like you know, some people use abortion as a way of like like how would I say that, bro? So one of y'all can figure out what I'm trying to say.
I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. I guess
Like
as a political talking point.
no. Like um all right, never mind. Let me get to this. Abortion rights are protected in New York State. Abortions has been legal under the New York State law since 1970. 3 years before Roe versus Wade decision, 3 years before the Roe versus Wade decision legalized abortion throughout the country, because the right is codified in New York State law. Federal decisions, uh, federal decisions to limit access to abortion will not impact New York State. As abortion rights are under attack in certain states and at the federal level, Governor Kathy Hochul is fighting to preserve the strength these rights in New York State. But, our state will ensure that abortion remains safe, legal, and accessible for all who need it. And this is on April 7th, 2023, federal courts released rulings regarding the MLF Pristone, a component of the medication abortion regimen medication. Abortion remains safe and available in New York State. So I guess this is the with this particular that's the Plan B pill. What is that?
What are you reading?
It's on the screen.
Yeah, I had that site up here earlier. But what portion did you read? Abortion. I don't know what that is.
I
That might.
think that's the Plan B pill.
It's like let me look it up. What is it? MLF for stone?
Yeah,
I ain't never heard it called that. Let me see.
I don't know what that regarding.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yes. All right. So
Damn, I
that's
didn't
New
know
York
that.
State. That's New York State. So, you know, I don't think this is going anywhere because each state can do what they want to do when it comes to women's health.
Yeah, and that's what getting rid of Roe v. Wade did. It's like they kicked it to the states, and people are upset that states have the control over that now.
This is what I'm saying. I think that people are mostly concerned with federal federal laws, and not just federal laws, but also uh, federal elections, and not paying attention to their states and their state rights.
Right, right. So again, we just talked about Hochul. She went against Lee Zeldin. So if you guys that live in New York are so just gung ho on this, which you guys got all kind of other fucking problems. But okay, you elect a governor. That has direct influence and control over state legislature. That's what you do. You don't bitch and cry and moan about the president. It's all in your hands. Like when we talk about property tax and stuff like that, that's assessed. You got people that assess those things in your local government.
Exactly. And I'm on their asses. Trust me, I'm on their asses.
Right.
Been doing this too long.
Right. So again, Sonny Austin is just full of shit here. What do you mean you have less fucking rights?
But we know now. And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have. And I remember my father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that.
What civil? Okay.
Abortion is not civil rights. Abortion never been civil. What are you talking about?
The election. What civil rights do you not have anymore? What civil right did you lose in an election for the president? Doesn't work like that. Yeah. What rights did I wish she would explain to us? Maybe we do. Oh, I know what she's talking about. You can't walk in 9 months pregnant and say, "Yep, I changed my mind." Is that the right you're talking about? Just because Republicans are trying to put restrictions, they're not banning it, they're just putting restrictions. Yeah. But that's how you're losing civil rights. You, your daughter, can't walk into a clinic and say, "You know what? I'm doing like 3 hours, but I changed my mind." Man, you actually say your daughter has less rights than you do?
Hate seeing ads? Here's how to get rid of them or get paid to see them. Do you know how much of the content you see on a daily basis?
Man, it's just that's the stupidity. The only way you lose rights in this country is if Congress actually gets together and legislate some laws and pass them, and then the president signs off on it. Even if the president don't sign off on it, I think it's if it's like 66%, Congress can just pass stuff without the president's approval. Right. I forget how the percentage, but yeah, but that's everything you said.
I hear that. They actually understand how our government works. So our president doesn't have unfettered power.
Yo, these are your boys for real, yo. Every time I see them, I think about you.
Yeah, they funny, man. I like watching them because
they are funny.
But the brothers made a great point, man, about Congress, the power of Congress, and people got to understand that we got three branches of the government. Bro. It's not all the same. You know, the Supreme Court, legislative,
executive, and judicial.
Yeah, so it's like, come on, bro. Y'all got to get with the program. That's checks and balances.
And they're separated for a reason. For checks and balances.
Right. So you don't give complete power to one goddamn branch or one fucking person.
But they've been lying. Well, I won't say they lied, but they've been saying that the man want to bring all of this under one covenant, his religion.
Yeah. They come up with all these weird ass stories, and then you see people regurgitate. That's why I can't get mad at the audience as much as I've been doing. I've been trying to dial back, especially when we're talking about politics, because I know where you're getting this dumb shit from. You're getting it from Sonny Austin. You're getting it from Whoopi Goldberg. You're getting it from Van Jones. You're getting it from Joy Reid. A couple years ago, what was it? 2 years ago, they said,
Van Jones is the worst. I can't believe people are still listening to Van Jones.
Their viewership is tanking, man. But
oh my God.
A couple years ago, Joy Reid and her
constituents.
Yeah, they went online and said Florida was teaching that Black people benefited from slavery. And that's not what the curriculum said at all. They just mischaracterized it on purpose to demonize them. We did a whole show about that.
Yeah, about to say we literally did whole shows on that.
I try really not to listen to like My wife gets upset with me sometimes because she'll put on CNN and it'll rock for about an hour, and then I'll dish right to Fox. And she'll go, "Why you do that? Why you listen to them?" And I go, "Because I listen to everybody. I don't play this game that y'all play. Like
Yeah.
I don't play this game unless." And it's not that I trust everything that come out of News, but I don't trust everything that come out of CNN either. Like, you know what I'm saying, this just like have a broad like, you know what I'm saying, let everybody put a dish on your table. Having a party, everybody bring a dish. Let's see what each dish tastes like.
That's
I'm
how we.
not just gonna eat grandma's all of grandma's cooking, because grandma's fried chicken might be funky as hell, and one of my aunties might make it better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. From the other side of the family, never
But
know.
that's why. I mean, that's why we know what the fuck they're saying because we're watching them and we're listening to them and we're saying, "You guys are just incredibly ridiculous, incredibly." Oh, she has less rights. What rights? Oh, you talking about abortion? She can have an abortion in the state of New York. Why are you fucking lying?
So let's talk about the states. Let's talk about the states that are really pushing that you can't have, because they said there was a few. Well, we can't do that tonight. Let's do that tomorrow if you can.
I just
Uh,
brought up my state. You can't have an abortion except if it's
which
like
state was that?
Texas.
No, there's no, not your state, bro. There's like there was I think it's Iowa.
Who cares?
I'm gonna pull it up.
She lives in New York, and she says she don't have.
No,
She lives in New York. So if you live in New York, you can have your daughter can have 1,000 abortions. It's
no, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. There's a lady that passed away. There's certain states that's we live in progressive kind of, you know what I'm saying? We live in states that will work with people. There's other states that's not working with nobody.
yes,
I'll find
okay.
it. But go
So,
ahead.
so even if that being the case, be that as it may, she's claiming her daughter doesn't have that. That's what she's talking about: abortion, being able to terminate pregnancies. Because these people are single issue, single minded. In the state of New York, her daughter can do that. So she's just fucking lying. And when we're talking about rights in general, civil rights, that has nothing to do with abortion. Abortion is not a civil right, and that's very fucking. What's the word I'm looking for? That's very insulting to, especially should be to Black Americans, because we fought for civil rights from 1865 all the way to 1964, and for you to just try to throw abortion in there, that's not what that was about. The right to vote, the right to the citizenship. Those are civil rights. All right. Anyway, let me watch the rest of this.
It's a lie. Hyperbole. It's gaslighting. You're gaslighting everybody. Yeah, you're just a liar. Let's keep this going.
Again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States. I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States, then you should not be prevented from employment in this country, because I remember applying for my jobs in.
Did y'all hear that crazy shit? The 14th Amendment don't have nothing at all to do with someone running president for the president of the United States of America. Nothing. Outside of being a citizen, but other than that, it has nothing to do with that. Oh, we incriminated him, so therefore he can't be a president. That was y'all plan the whole time. That's frustrated him with all these damn trials. It's throw all these goddamn cases on him, and hopefully this will eliminate him as a threat. And it didn't work. It backfired. You increased his base, not decreased it. It was a fucking red wave, a red tsunami that you guys just got hit with. And y'all don't know what the fuck to do. But anyway, just to address that civil rights thing, man. I learned this shit in middle school. Y'all probably did middle school. What are civil rights, man? Civil rights are legal protection that guarantee equal social opportunities and protection under the law, regardless of race, religion, or other characteristics. They are a fundamental component of democracy. Some examples of civil rights include right to vote, right to fair trial. We all got these things, right? The right to government services, right to public education, right to gainful employment, right to housing, right to use of public facilities, freedom of religion, protection from unlawful discrimination, the right to free speech. Civil rights are protected by the U.S. Constitution and federal laws, such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So we got something to reference. Abortion is not a civil right. Y'all just be saying shit. In the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, civil rights laws can protect people from discrimination, harassment, or abuse in many settings, including housing, workplace, school, voting, business, healthcare, and public spaces. So, you can't just rent. Oh, we're not renting to blacks. You can't say that. Why? Because we have civil rights. Oh, blacks are not allowed to vote. You can't do that. You can't enforce that. Why? Because we have civil rights. This has nothing, zero to do with abortion. Motherfuckers that hijack civil rights. Now they're going to take civil rights from us and make that a part of the goddamn agenda. Anyway. So let's go back. Let's rewind that so we can find that, man.
Someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming, again, I'm profoundly
The liar. Let's keep this going.
Again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States. I think that going forward, the conviction.
Sonny Austin, you know goddamn well the 14th Amendment has nothing to do with that at all. Anyway, what does the 14th?
When was he convicted of insurrection? I need to understand this. When did anybody bring him up on these charges, and when did he get convicted?
He never was convicted of insurrection. Never.
And you would think, right? Like, so if they had a legal case with all the lawyers in the Democratic Party, right? But as much as they're talking about, you would think that with all the cases they brought against them, all the charges they brought, you would think one of them would have been the case for insurrection. Because if they actually had one, then they would be able to kick him off balance, and then they would be able to make sure he could never run president again. But they didn't have that. They didn't have that. They try to come at my guy in a situation where you try to pay off a porn star with campaign funds. That's the best they had, fam.
Oh my God, bro.
And somehow we can't be president. We got whole presidents getting their joints sucked in the White House. My G can't come on now. Anyway.
Hey, I got an article here that is so misleading. Do you mind if I share it? I think Jashu may already know about this. It's so misleading on abortion in his state. Let me share it real quick. We can walk through it real quick.
What?
Know about this, bro?
Let me see.
Hold on, let me get to. So it's coming from Newsweek, but
After denied miscarriage care, I think I am familiar with this. I think.
okay. So, but hold on. Listen to the wording. Pay attention to the wording.
Mm-hmm.
A woman who died after suffering a miscarriage. This is not an abortion. Miscarriage in Texas was miscarriage in a Texas hospital has been named what her name is Jocelyn. Am I saying that right? Jocelyn. All right. She's the latest woman whose deadly experience, listen to the wording, deadly experience with restrictive abortion laws. But hold on, she didn't have an abortion. Let's go. Shut up. What?
Miscarriage. Yes, right. Ted Cruz ate his ass up on this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these dudes are liars.
Right. So we're gonna. You mind if I run through this, or we could?
Hold on.
You
I
want
want
to
to
leave
go.
it right there?
I,
You want to read?
am gonna let you go back to it because I wanted to finish the point on the 14th Amendment.
Okay,
Because
I'm gonna
this
fall
is
back,
another
bro.
lie. I want to address this real quick, and I'll let you touch on that.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Um,
Go ahead. Do your thing. Let me stop sharing.
so Sonny Austin just said, according to the 14th Amendment, he should not be able to be a president. And she's just hoping you guys don't read the damn 14th Amendment. What she's probably referring to is Section 2 of the 14th Amendment, right? It says representatives shall be apportioned among several states according to their respective numbers, counting the whole number of persons in each state, excluding Indians not taxed. But when the right to vote, this is the context, the right to vote at any election for the choice of electors for president and vice president of the United States, representative in Congress, the executive and judicial officers of a state, or the members of the legislature thereof is denied to any of the male inhabitants of such state, being 21 years of age and citizens of the United States, or in any way abridged except for participation in rebellion or other crime. The basis of representation therein shall be reduced in the proportion which the number of such male citizens shall bear to the whole number of male citizens 21 years of age in such state. This is talking about the representation, right? Those that commit crimes will get what? Denied a right to vote. Nothing in here indicates that if you commit a crime or convicted of a crime that you can't run for president.
You're not sharing what you're reading, bro.
Oh, damn, man. Hold on. Can you see it now? And you let me read all that.
Gotcha. Yeah, nigga. You know what? More. That happen? I'm gonna share people. More. What you doing?
Yeah. Can you see this right here?
I'm supervising you being on shampoo, right? You know what I'm saying? My hands are full.
You ain't gonna blame me for that.
Right. So the 14th Amendment does not say what she's trying to make it say. It does not say that. Section 2 is about representation. It's about the people that have been denied the right to vote for several reasons, right? One being a rebellion, one being the other being another crime. It doesn't even get specific. It just says crime. And it has nothing to do with eligibility of running for office. Nothing at all. Right? And then it goes on in Section 3. No person shall be a senator or a representative of Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who have previously taken an oath as a member of Congress. None of this has anything to do with what she's saying. Like, these people literally just make shit up, and they prey on their audience ignorance, or preying on their audience not being able to go and do the research or not willing to do it. Hoping that you don't go read the goddamn read the amendment your damn self.
I done changed my avatar because of this amendment that you're reading. This section. I done changed my avatar. I'm running with the haplogroup E1B1A that ran through. Listen, you see these cats over here? That's what we run with.
Yeah, man. There's nothing that I can read this whole thing to y'all. There's nothing in this amendment that says anything to the effect of a president not being able to run or be elected because they're quote unquote convicted of a crime. And you brought up something great, Moore. When was he convicted of that? What was his conviction? She just throwing shit out there and hoping it sticks. And that's what most of these people do in legacy media.
No, I have to agree with you on that. That's facts.
The felon box on employment application.
Let's keep this going.
Again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States. I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications.
It don't make no damn sense because
This is what happens when your emotions get involved with your trying to be a lawyer.
Right.
You can't have no emotions and being. She's a lawyer, isn't she? Isn't this sister a lawyer? That's what she claims to be. Isn't she a lawyer?
She took the bar exam.
Okay. allows her emotions to get too involved. She would have been making a whole lot of money if she would allowed herself not to get involved with her emotions. This is why she's on The View, because she can't make no money doing law.
No,
Because
she's making money, but she's not just in her practice in
No,
her
that's
field.
bad.
nah, she can't be making no real money in law, because if you're dealing with certain, as a lawyer, you take on certain people that you don't agree with, like Trump, that's going to pay you the certain amount of money, or not just Trump, or anybody, a killer, a pedophile. You got to defend these dudes, and they might have bread. Lawyer not supposed to have no emotions. Sorry, that's the lawyer I'm picking. Somebody without no goddamn emotions.
Yeah, but on top of that, like she's making a serious claim, right? Like this is something to where, like, if I was Trump, fam, I would have been sued these cats, right? Because you're talking about like she's on the 14th Amendment Article 14, Section 3, whatever. She's talking about the fact that since like any officer, right, he can't hold any office in the country, including presidency, which that would cover, if he committed, if he was to support the concept, if he had engaged in insurrection or rebellion, right? Cool, got you. Like that's a serious freaking
So
claim,
he's a
fam.
coup. So he tried to not insurrection. See, they use soft terms in America. That wasn't an
No.
insurrection.
I
That
read
was a coup. That was
yeah,
a coup.
right, but I read
If
the
if
amendment and
That
it
wasn't a coup.
no, in any other country, if America
There
or
was
the
no coup.
UN, hold on, bro, hear me out. There was no coup in America. What I'm saying is when you go to take over, if America was to show you any newsreel of any other country outside of the United States being taken over by some kind of paramilitary faction, or just a populace with a paramilitary faction involved, what would that be called? Nobody answering.
no, I'm trying to figure out what where you're going
It
with it.
would be called a coup.
All right, so all I'm saying is he brought up the word rebellion because the Constitution says rebellion or a crime, but
Right.
it's not about. Hold on, the whole point
Once
is
it's outside of our laws, we know what our laws say. But if
Sean,
it's off, okay, you know
Sean,
what? I'm gonna fall back. Okay.
listen. The amendment has nothing to do with the eligibility of someone running for office. It has nothing to do with that. All it's saying is if someone has been denied the right to vote that did a rebellion or committed a crime, it doesn't say what crime, it's just a crime, and they got denied the right to vote.
So
That
she
I
cited,
understand that.
no,
you
I'm
have
she,
to
not
she
adjust.
cited
arguing that.
section.
What did she say? I'm not arguing anything that we understand. What did
No.
she say?
I'm trying
Run
to
it back.
explain to you what the amendment says because she's kind of claimed that it delegitimizes Trump's presidency because somehow
It only would if he was convicted of such, though, right? Because the part she's citing, and I hear what you're saying.
Is a coup. Right. She's
no,
saying it was a coup.
Fuck it, no.
Basically, she's not saying it outright, bro. She's not saying it outright. She's saying they ran a coup.
yeah, but that's not the point. The point is she's saying that the president is delegitimized. He should never been elected because of the 14th Amendment. But the 14th Amendment has nothing to do with that. The only way that it stops you from becoming president if you had a seat uh, in Congress or what we just read. That's all it says regarding not being able to run. But the other section, I think Article 2 or 3 says if someone's right to vote was denied, then you have to adjust the representatives.
Agreed.
And Sean, does it make sense? Am I losing you, brother?
No. If you run it back, she said like they was running a coup. Like she tried to say that Trump and They ran a coup. I'm not saying that that's actually what they did. What I'm saying is that what we just discussed was not what she said.
Right. So, but you do get her point. Her point is that we did not enforce America did not enforce the 14th Amendment, and if it was enforced, that would somehow stop Trump from running for president. That's her point. But when you read the amendment, it has nothing to do with stopping a president. It has nothing to do with that.
So technically it does. Like, so if you read section 3, this is what I want to like. And OG, let me get through this real quick. So it says
Yeah,
no person shall be.
we just read it. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I
We
read this
just read it.
already. Hold
Yeah.
on, son. I read it. It says no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office civil.
That part, yeah, that part right there. They're
But what
she's
I'm
claiming to.
Hold on, let me read the rest of it because
what I was trying to say is that she was trying to make it seem like they was running a coup. What everybody on the Democratic side is trying to say is that they were running a coup.
that's cool, but that's not the point. The point is that they believe or she believes that he should not be eligible to run office. That's not what this is saying. So I'm gonna read it from the top again so my audience can understand, brother.
Right.
No person
I
shall
got
be
you.
a
I know what you're saying.
senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States who having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or an office of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or it does say it right here.
Yeah. So
I
right.
missed that
So
part.
and the why
Right.
would
So
apply
what
to
I
why
was trying to say
hold on real
was,
quick,
hold on.
OG.
Wait,
OG,
give me a second. Just please give me a second.
Hold on, let more speak because I missed this part right here.
There you go.
If they engage, what do you mean, nigga? He's on point.
He is on point. And I'm trying to
say.
say that this is she's you know what?
Or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same or given aid to comfort to the enemies thereof, but Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability.
So OG, yes, you're correct. She's trying to say that there was a coup, right? Which falls
Cool,
under
right. That's what I'm trying to
which
say to
falls
you.
under insurrection, right?
Right.
So
Everything y'all saying is right. I'm sorry if y'all getting me wrong. What the hell is going on? But what? Oh,
all right, I'm gonna try to land this plane real quick. I'm circling the airport. I'm out of gas, so y'all need to land. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm gonna leave y'all alone for the night, nigga. I gotta get up tomorrow and go get this money and pay my taxes, pay my bills tomorrow. I'm leaving y'all alone.
They should let Moore speak, man. He was on point on that one, man.
I just told you I'm letting them speak. Why you start with me again?
This episode, listen, bro, they're gonna be lost, bro.
No,
So
they'll
long
understand what I'm
story.
saying.
So long story short, they're correct in trying to cite the 14th Amendment. It would apply to Trump because he had previously taken the oath of office, right? Yeah. However, they would have to convict, like, again, he engaged, that they're accusing him of engaging in an insurrection or rebellion, and he was never charged. A, never charged with it. B, never convicted of it. So you give me all this side fluff of, oh, you want to be able to, like, fam, how many charges did they try to bring him up on in New York and whatnot? And it's like, come on, fam, like, none of that's none of all that, so you can say he's a convicted felon. Nigga, we all know convicted felons. What you saying?
I know.
That don't mean nothing to me, fam. And real quick, if you want to keep it a stack, most of us know convicted felons because of the laws that Biden put through, you know what I'm saying, and the laws that Kamala Harris enforced in California. You see what I'm saying?
Shit, we could go all the way back to Clinton. federal
That's what I'm
charge.
saying. And OG and them laws got put on Clinton's table on his desk
So why
from
y'all
Biden.
treat
That's
me
the
like I
Biden.
don't know
That's
what
the
I'm
Biden
talking
crime
about?
bill. You understand what I'm saying?
Y'all niggas got me mad because y'all treat me like I don't know what I'm talking about. But go ahead.
No, we not. No, we're saying that what you're
I
saying is
literally just agree with you.
No, you did. Never mind. Just leave it alone.
I love you, OG. Ain't no tripping on you. I promise.
I know y'all don't trip on me. Y'all trip on me. Y'all have fun with me. But anyway,
so. This is what Trump was convicted of. Trump was charged with 34 counts of falsification of business records in the first degree, which is a felony in New York. He pleaded not guilty when he was arraigned there. 2017.
34 counts of 34 counts of. Look, I had my man.
now you're in my zone. All
I
right,
had
we're
my
gonna
man
walk
pay off
through
the
this.
lady from the wrong account. That's all that was. I had the man pay off the 34 counts of my man paid
Yeah,
off the
it's
lady
not
from
that
the wrong
simple with
account.
Trump, yo. Trump family is real deep, but I'm not mad at anything.
Okay, so
So I'm
Sean,
let y'all rock.
is this rebellion or insurrection?
We talking about his money or his presidency? What we talking about right
Sean,
here?
We
Sean.
talking about the charges, all right?
Listen. Her claim was that he could not, and I'm glad Moore caught that because I didn't read that correctly. So I'm glad he was here to catch that. So I was wrong about that. But her claim was that he could not be eligible to become president or run for the presidency because he was in an insurrection or
They claimed he led. She said he
led,
led
yeah,
the
he led the insurrection. He led the rebellion. So that discredits him.
Well, these
But he was not.
charges,
Stop. Listen,
these charges is different.
that's
What
the
you
point.
have highlighted
That's the
here,
point.
There
these
you
is
go.
different.
There you go. Yes, sir. Exactly. That's the whole point. Them charges is
Bro,
not.
stop trying to stop me from talking. I know what the fuck is going on.
I just agree with you.
Not you, fucking the shoe.
It was me that just jumped in.
34 counts of falsification of business records. This has nothing to do with presidency.
I'm gonna take that bottle from you, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm taking that bottle, son.
That's all right. I'm
I'm
gonna get
taking
it
that.
back. I'll
You
buy
ain't-
a new bottle. I got a lot of money. I'm gonna survive all these presidencies with new bottles.
This nigga was off. You was off. I brought you back in though, son. I reeled you back in. Anyway, I forgot what the hell we were even talking about. Oh yeah, she made this goddamn claim here.
Right here. Hold on, wait. You just pulled up. You had the article.
Oh, I pulled the article up because Moore brought out what was he actually convicted of? Because he was not convicted for rebellion. He was convicted on the 34 counts of falsification.
Right, 34 counts. So
Of-
pull that back up. Let's go back
They
to that
didn't
real
even
quick.
try to charge the motherfucker with insurrection. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
Wasn't
saying
even a
to you. I
charge.
agree. 34 counts in New York alone. They've been trying to get this nigga for the longest on all the shit he did and all the people. You matter of fact,
But
not
everybody
what he
saw
did.
it was petty charges, bro. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Not what he did to people. And when I say people, not the people, but his business partners, all the money makers. What they did was just try to so going back to Trump, no, excuse me, Koch, New York City Koch, his father was already in power in this city during Koch uh
You talk about
days.
Coke?
No, Koch, the original Koch from New York City. Koch, Mayor Koch, that
Oh,
was the mayor from 1970.
bro, you done
Excuse
took us
me.
back in.
Yeah, I'm about to take you back. I know my work, yo, because I was on the streets in these days. Koch was on the street. Koch ran New York City up until 1989. Three terms. Mayor Koch, 1989.
Son, I'm gonna kick your oxygen tank.
That's all right. But you gonna learn some shit while you kick my oxygen. When you kick my oxygen tank, you're gonna find some other shit, some documents under my shit. So go ahead.
If you watch this, they gonna know what the fuck this video about, bro.
I'm gonna send them a clip of that shit right
Yeah,
there tomorrow
all
morning.
right.
Bro.
It's all good. Y'all gonna remember what I said. Koch, 1989. Koch left office.
You should have worked on the Kamala campaign, bro.
Yes, sir.
My man, I've been working for the city. I ain't gonna tell you.
See, that's why you should work for the Kamala campaign right there. You explain it yourself.
Why I gotta be part of Kamala? This has nothing to do with me. I don't care about this.
No,
This chick
no,
you got on the screen, I
This
don't
is
care about that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you should have worked for. Because whoever worked for a campaign was doing the same shit you doing right now, man.
That's
Talking
all
to-
right. If y'all follow what I do and not go on party line and just vote, once you own some shit, I own shit from 21, 22 years old. Property.
I know a lot of
You'll
Democrats.
start
That don't-
learning. You'll start learning. I'm sorry.
I know a lot of Democrats that own shit.
Yo, yeah,
And they
everybody
get
at the table at the View own all their own shit. You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't
They
have-
also finna-
They one party.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the brothers that I'm rocking with right now, who make their votes, who do what they do. My brothers.
Mhm. I vote on policy, and that policy
Exactly.
and the
Fact.
policy that I vote
And
for
I learned how to do that
is never a
before you was
Democrat.
born, nigga.
And they never Democrats. I never agree with a Democrat.
I told you what year I told you I
Voting wise.
left the Democratic Party.
No, I lied. I do agree on Democrats on legalization of marijuana. The only reason I do agree with that
Because you like to smoke, nigga. You be getting high.
no, because I want to make money off of it, not because I want to smoke.
That's all right.
Tax revenue.
Whatever you listen, it's all good. I ain't even mad at that. But the point is,
Even abortion, like I said, my stance on abortion is go ahead and get your fucking abortion. Just
yeah.
don't make me pay for it.
Hey, can we rewind
Yeah.
real quick, like on that weed smoking thing, right? Like, so can we talk about this whole like Kamala's plan for black men and whatnot?
Oh yeah, that was some. Oh my god. Yes, we can.
I was,
I'm gonna pull the website up.
What? Wait.
First
I'm
and
stuck.
foremost, she denied. She's flat out denied, saying that she never said that.
Wait,
Or she
I'm
denied.
stuck.
She,
What are y'all talking about right now? Kamala said what?
Let him get it out. He can tell you about to tell you.
No, I was stuck for a second. He said somebody's name, and I said Kamala said that. All right, so let me hear it. Nigga,
Hey,
relax.
thank God.
You're talking to your great uncle right now. You're talking to your great uncle. Give me a moment to catch up.
Man, go eat bread. Go eat some damn bread.
Oh, shut the fuck up, nigga.
You need to eat some damn bread, man.
I'll meet you in Texas and punch you in the fucking face, nigga.
Hey, my weave gang good. I'm gonna hit your ass with a cross.
Casey, this weave game is like Trump. You better watch out. Huh?
This nigga, yeah. It's all good.
Here it is from Kamala Harris. So y'all can see that he's not lying,
this is a
bro.
real letter. Let's
Because
see.
she saw that in the polls that she was doing bad with black men. So this was her idea of getting the black male vote.
No, this is y'all seen this. This
Number
was like
5.
a week before, right? A week before the election.
Look what she put. Number 5, legalize and record. This is racist, yo. This is fucking racist.
Yo, when I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, yo, I smoke, and I swear
You
to
was
God, I was offended, bro.
Hold on. Let's go
I
before
blazed,
all
and
of
I
this.
was offended, bro.
Let's go back when she became the
DA?
yeah, the DA of in
Thank
California.
you. Trying to tell lies like, no, I
She
was
was
for
putting
people not
niggas
getting
in
locked up.
jail.
Like,
She was
nigga, what is you saying?
What? She was putting niggas in jail like you wouldn't believe.
That's why Tulsi Gabbard ended her political career like the last time she ran for president. You know what I'm saying? She's like, look, bitch, this is your whole record in California. She's like, I can't say shit about that. You know
Hey, yo,
what I'm saying?
Kedrick, they treating me like I'm the drunk cat on a joint.
We ain't
Talk to
treating
me.
you like that.
There you are. Tell me
No,
something,
you-
bro. I'll shut up if you tell me. Kedrick, I trust Kedrick before I trust you.
You want me to drop the link? Let him come over here and talk to you.
Yeah, come on. Come talk to me.
You know, Kedrick gonna
Kedrick.
keep it.
That's my man right there. But it's all right. If he tell me shut up, I'ma shut up.
I just been letting you rock, man. Like, I had all these videos to show, and
That's why I stay away. That's why I don't get on. That's why I'm too old to be messing with y'all.
You and Avery do the same shit. Avery get on here, he dropped the link, some random motherfucker come up here, and I was like, oh my God, he just derailed the whole
Avery, 12 and a half years old. How he the same as me?
I just explained it. I literally just said it.
All right.
But instead of dropping the link and some random person come up here throwing off the energy, you did that.
Because I'm your family. You better let me up here.
No, I'll let you rock, but do you see what's on the stream, bro?
Yeah.
This is what Moore was trying to tell your ass before you cut him off 1,000 times.
Oh shit. Kedrick, that's what you're doing to me, bro?
Hey, Moore, go ahead and go in on your point on this, bro.
No, but I was offended. But I was offended for multiple reasons. But something I was trying to understand is so you want me to believe out of nowhere that you care about this, and the whole time you was senator, you never put in a bill to do anything to legalize marijuana. You never put anything into to make it to where people could actually, who in the places where it was legalized, they could actually use the banking system, etc., whatnot. None of that type of stuff. Nothing about trying to let people go from federal prisons who weren't there for nonviolent drug offenses and whatnot. None of that type of stuff, right? But on top of it, I'm like, what's up with the cryptocurrency thing? And what makes that a blackmail issue? Like, I'm trying to understand what's going on. Like, how is this tailored to like black men? I don't even understand. But then how am I supposed to believe you when you're out here? Like, we all heard you say, baby girl, like you wasn't finna do nothing specifically for black people. And anything that would be good for black people would be good for all Americans and whatnot, right? So we all knew what that meant. We all heard that. And he was like, I never said that. Huh? I'm sorry. Like, that whole bit was offensive. This whole let me just out of nowhere give you, now that I know this, I'm not getting no kind of votes with black men. I know I'm about to lose a quarter, y'all. Let me try to give y'all stitch together something in the last second. Like, yeah, you matter, and then shame the hell out y'all niggas when I'm done. What? What'd you think that was going? How was that going to work in any universe in the world? All right, I'm done. OG, you got it, man.
That's a fact, bro. Like this shit right here was hyper offensive, bro. And then you thought that, if I give niggas weed, that's all niggas are. They just want some weed. They'll vote for me, bro. No, come on, bro. Like, stop it. Stop. This shit was crazy. It says drawn on insights from her experience throughout her career. That's what you were talking about, boy.
Hey, y'all got Bernie Sanders' letter?
Yes. Someone showed it to me last night when I was doing my show. Ramal Yahoo.
Off. Yeah, he went off. All right. Okay.
And then she goes in after saying, "Hey, I'm going to provide 1 million loans that are fully forgivable to black entrepreneurs and others to start a business." So basically, just free money.
And others. You hear, bro? I was so like, yo, you gonna give me that stupid language in front of my face? Because you gonna tell me like it's for a million black men? No. You said it's 1 million black men and others. And others. I heard you. So that's the same. That's the same thing like her 25,000 for like the housing stuff, right? Being available for people who aren't even citizens and whatnot, right? Like even the stuff she's trying to put out for black men is going to be open for more than black men. I'm like, what are you like? How? Like, how are you just going to insult me to my face like that? Shout out to the 25% of brothers who was not having none of that. Shout out to the 9% of sisters who wasn't having none of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all who don't eat your collard greens from bathtubs or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh my God. Championing education, training, and mentorship programs that help black men get good paying jobs in high demand industries and lead their communities, including pathways to become teachers. Supporting a regulatory framework for cryptocurrency and other digital assets so black men who invest in and own these assets are protected. That don't even make sense. What? Protected from what? What does that even mean? Number 4, launching the national health. What you got more? What does it mean, bro? Help me out.
No, that's what I was like. What are you like? What protected from what? What's coming? What y'all do it? Like, what's when you know what I'm saying? I was like, what's around the corner? You know what I'm saying? What y'all about to do?
Oh my god. Launching
And
it
on the
now.
real, it kind of got me feeling like
Hold on. That's suicide fries and murder burgers in the schools. Get it?
Oh man. Hold on, wait. Where's the article at?
yeah, let me make this last point real quick. Like, so what got me about the Bitcoin is like, I was trying to figure like, so what is that there for? Then I saw the weed thing. I was like, oh, you want it there so niggas can do money, like, you know what I'm saying, black market stuff, like they can do the business, like their weed stuff, like black market stuff with Bitcoin, because you're not giving them no kind of federal, you know what I'm saying, leeway with the banking system. Because that's the code. Like, even in states where it's legal, like in my state, right, where it's recreational, they still can't get bank accounts with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. So she's saying instead of fixing the banking system, y'all should just do that stuff with Bitcoin. Okay, like that's okay. And like to what you're saying, Yushu, that takes the tax money out the system. You're not seeing no bread that way.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like what's the point? Like, so what's the point of legalizing if you're not gonna get no bread off it like that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Then it's Donald Trump's fault. You know, Donald Trump spent 4 years making black men's lives harder. On his watch, millions of black men lost their jobs, thousands closed their businesses, and hundreds of thousands lost their health insurance. As thousands of black men lost their lives to COVID-19, Donald Trump denied the severity of the crisis and made millions more unsafe. Crime in black neighborhoods soared while Donald Trump, he throwing a book at his ass. Crime in black neighborhoods soared while Donald Trump tried to cut funding for public safety and made black communities less secure.
Okay, so I want to make sure y'all understand that Donald Trump in this city, especially in the hood or anybody that own homes around any of his properties, growing up, he's older than me. His I'm not saying Donald is not built.
more. Oh man. Hey, Sean, it's time you go to bed, brother. Yeah, it's time you go to bed, bro. Oh man. So Donald Trump, she said Donald Trump was in his 4 years as presidency did all this to black people. That's why you should vote for her. So I'm going to legalize recreational marijuana. I'm going to create opportunities for Black Americans to succeed in this new industry. I don't even know what that entails. That sounds good though. That's why I want marijuana to be
It would
legalized.
sound good if we didn't lose so many businesses under COVID, fam. Like, like, and they knew it. Like, there were so many stories coming out about like how it was disproportionately like affecting. Like, this is crazy. How many generations of wealth were killed during COVID in the black community just off that, right? And they weren't trying to give no particular help to them, the communities with that stuff, right? So why are you talking to me right now like you on my side?
I know.
Like, why are you like, and they know what it is. Like, that's what you're trying to shame people into voting for you because you know what it is. You're not giving them nothing. The best you got is, oh, I think let me talk to the brothers. I think y'all got a problem for voting for a black woman. Bruh, if y'all don't knock it off.
Man, you know what's interesting about that last sentence, bro? She was like, he cut funding for public safety. And if memory serves me correctly, I think she a part of the defund the police movement. Yep.
She was hella part of defunding, bruh. Yes, sir. She was at press conference saying that.
Oh my god, bro! So you are the one who wanted to cut, funding of public safety. You literally stand had a stance on that. I never heard Donald Trump, or I never seen him put an executive order out or anything, or push a bill that said he wants to defund police or anything like that. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Nope. I think she's mad because he was actually letting people out of prison and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like Angela Staten King and whatnot. You know.
Yeah,
She was locking black women up, and he was setting them free.
Yeah, Trump let them out. You undoing my work, man. That's my body of work. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get back to Sonny Austin. Hey, I appreciate that more. I misread that, man. I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Everything you said is a lie. Hyperbole. It's gaslighting. You're gaslighting everybody. Yeah, you're just a liar. Let's keep this going.
Again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States. I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States.
All right. This is the point I wanted to tackle right after that as well. This don't have nothing to do with an election. Now you're going into the private sector. If I own, which I do own a business, and if I want to go employ somebody, is, you know, first of all, I got customers, so my customers are probably not gonna want someone that, you know, at least a violent offender or something like that. That's something I need to know. I need to see that background check. I don't know if you're a thief or not. Now you tapping into the private sector. Oh no, you got to take off. No, that's not how that works. You're upset, you're butthurt because your gal didn't win. You know, people didn't listen to you guys. People didn't listen to the lies, all these assumptions and allegations. No one bought it. So now you're mad that Americans chose Donald J. Trump as the 47th president. And now you're trying to say, oh, well, since y'all picked a criminal that was convicted, he wasn't convicted of insurrection. Think the more pointed out. So what are we talking about again? Like, now the private sector has to, you know, not have people check the box if they committed a crime or not. Apples to oranges, man.
Then you should not be prevented from employment in this country, because I remember applying for my jobs as a federal prosecutor, and there was a box for convicted felons. Well, and so that box better be taken off. And I think
Trump can vote as a convicted felon is because the founding fathers always thought that there is a possibility if somebody's running for president, they're going to be persecuted by the other side. That's the reason why. I can't vote if I'm a felon is because I'm not running for president. I'm not being persecuted. So Congress is going to put restrictions on who can vote and who can't vote. Yeah, but even if you're a felon in a lot of states, you can get your voting rights back. Right. But that's why, as someone's running for president, that's why he can run. Right. Because, and another thing, that wasn't an insurrection. Right. Insurrection is when you actually make an attempt to overturn the government. You have people in line. You have soldiers. You have people. You put people in handcuffs. People is getting unalived. It's called a coup. That did not happen. Yeah, it's an actual plan to overturn the government. You already have people picked to replace people's positions. People are dead. It's like that's what happened at the Capitol. There's a riot. It's a riot. It's unruly protest, but to call that an insurrection is just being disingenuous. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you just lying.
Great example of an insurrection would be Septimius Severus and the Romans. That would be an insurrection, where, you know, it's a complete takeover of power. That did not happen. January 6th.
You've been lying this entire time, just lying. You're just a liar.
I get tired of damn thick ass ass, man.
Keep it going.
Care system is now at risk. I think
no fluoride for anyone.
Yeah, economists have made clear that he's going to increase the debt by $7.75 trillion. I'm worried about mass deportation and internment camps. And I'm also worried about Elon Musk warning Americans.
Mass deportation, which, illegal immigrants, they came here illegally. What's wrong with that? They need to be deported. They're stressing out our social programs and our resources. Then what's wrong with taking them out? I don't get it. Like, whose side are you guys on? This is why they lost the election right there, bro. This is why. Are you on the side of the Americans or not? The Americans are complaining there's an issue. You added 30,000 to a small county, and now their social services are being overwhelmed and overburdened. What's wrong with just sending them back? What you got for me, more?
And they're not even talking about all illegal immigrants, right? They're talking about the criminal ones, man.
Right.
They're not talking about the crime of crossing the border illegally. They're talking about the ones that commit crimes when they're over here. This whole catch and release thing, like, no, you got to knock that off, man. You got to start. No, if you break a crime here, I like what Trump had to say. He was like, if he wants to make it a law, if you're an illegal immigrant and you kill an American citizen or an American officer, that's the death penalty. Nah, fam, do that. I'm with that.
Right.
I'm so with that. That's because right now they are committing crimes in the street, laughing at cats. Like, no, you can't. No, bro. No.
They damn near got immunity, right?
Man. Yeah, that's crazy. Literally, fam. Like, you got people talking about like people who were like waiting in line to be citizens. Like, you know what? Maybe I should go cross the border and just come back illegally. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole crazy time period, and they can't understand how much they're cutting Americans, like legal Americans' nose and whatnot, to spite these people's faces and whatnot. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
None.
Americans prepare for temporary hardship. I'm surprised.
Oh, she was talking about internment camps too. Like, she's the second person on Legacy Media I heard talk about, oh, he's going to create all these internment
They're
camps.
not doing that. Again, the whole point is when they catch somebody doing a crime, okay, from now on, we don't just let them go. We turn them over to the border people. Now they got to go back.
Yep.
This whole thing about sanctuary cities and not giving people over to ICE, they're saying, no, knock that off. We're going to stop doing that now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a problem.
Right.
That's a problem, fam. And it shouldn't. And this is how you know they agree with it, right? Like, so if their beef is that these are wrong policies to do, et cetera, okay, then explain to me why they went back, like after repealing all of Trump's executive orders on the border, they went and put them back in. If they were so bad, why'd they put them back in?
Exactly.
It's the same thing with the tariffs or whatnot. The tariffs are so bad. Why didn't you stop doing it?
Right. You still benefit from it.
Surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Still lying. Hey, you didn't have no problem with Obama. He was the deporter in chief.
Yeah, he deported
the most people. He deported the most illegals from this country than any other president in the history of this country.
Yeah.
And you had no problem with that. Statistically speaking, they said there's over 300 vicious criminals in the United States that was brought here illegally under the Biden administration. You don't want these people removed from our society? Internment camps. No, it's called ICE. It's called jails. Not.
Yeah. If
hyperbole again, you're lying.
Yeah, that's amazingly, overwhelmingly amount of vicious criminals in our country because of what happened during the Biden administration. You don't want those 300,000 people removed. I mean, of course.
How many is it?
It's like around 300,000. Either rapist, murderer, or
really?
Yeah,
it's that many.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those people should be removed. They shouldn't be here to begin with.
You worried about Social Security?
You worried about illegal immigrants that are vicious criminals.
Yeah. She's also worried about Social Security. Ain't no president trying to get rid of Social Security. That party, whoever does that, will never win another election ever.
If the Republicans did a federal ban on abortion, they're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that because
it would ruin, it would kill the Republican Party if they did that.
Yeah.
Any of those things that y'all was trying to scare people with. Yeah, they just putting restrictions. But now she's fitting to get real stupid.
I want to dig further into the demographics because Black women tried to save this country again last night. 92% of Black women voted for the vice president. You have Latinas in the 70 percentile voting for the vice president. What we did not have is white women who voted about 52%, right, for Donald Trump. Uneducated white women is my understanding. You have.
Why she bring up the uneducated? Because they know that soon as the audience hears that, oh, these are dumbass women, hillbillies that voted for Donald Trump. No, that's not what uneducated means. That just means that they don't have an undergrad or graduate or postgraduate level education. That's all that means when it says uneducated. It's talking about in the collegiate level. But she had to point that out. So, oh, only dumbass white broads, airheads, voted for Trump.
And the only place that Kamala actually outperformed Biden was in overeducated white women.
Yeah.
So the women who have multiple degrees and whatnot, right?
Like,
liberal,
so if liberal white women.
The super liberal white women, right? Like, so if that's your only demographic that you so again, they came out and showed that she didn't outperform Biden in any single county in America. She didn't outperform him nowhere. And the only place she outperformed, and this is the only people who were responding to the message that they were throwing out were overeducated white women. Then you had the whole rest of the country on the other side. Man. Just let that sink in.
Yeah, man. These people are, oh my God.
Have Latino men actually voting more for him, and you have and Black men was not the story. We're not the story here because they voted almost 80% for the vice president. Right. So why do you think that uneducated white women voted against their reproductive health freedoms, and why do you think Latino men voted in favor of someone that's going to deport? Says he's going to deport the majority of his community.
White women like being called uneducated white women.
Okay, this is crazy. Why would the Latino voter base be worried about getting deported?
Because they're not going to be deported.
If they can vote, it's legal.
Right. They want the criminal aspect of the Hispanic community deported. They don't want no parts of them. This is why most of them, especially like Cubans, Cuban males, Mexican males, and this is no disrespect to them because I think they have a right to vote the way they're voting, which is they don't want nobody coming into the country making them look bad.
Man, look, they gotta live here just like everybody else gotta live here. If you got a bunch of people coming in, creating tax burdens, sucking up all the social services, and then also crime and drugs, they feel it like everybody else.
These men were conservatives when they were conservative views. They had conservative views before they left their countries. Cuba, Mexico, Honduras, Venezuela. There's certain Hispanics that come to this country and already had their views.
Yeah, like when you look at the Dominican Republic, right? They're building a wall to separate themselves from Haiti.
Exactly. They have their views.
But what's oh my God, man, this is so damn dumb. What she just said was just stupidity, bro. Pure stupidity. It's like, why would they vote for somebody that will deport them? What do you mean them? They're legal. They can vote.
Exactly. They want the new cats, the gangsters. They want all of them out of here.
Right.
I think the economy matters, national security matters. But when you put people in these boxes, I think that's a takeaway from this race.
All right, let me say something. Exactly what she was saying. Yeah, she wants to point out uneducated white women. So dig your white women. Right. But look at this is the thing. What's the most uneducated group of people in this country? Don't say it. Take a wild guess. Don't say it. They will call you a racist.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things.
Bring up that website. This is statistics right here. You want to point out when they're uneducated white people, but you don't want to point out the uneducated black people that ran to the polls to vote for that horrible candidate that y'all had. Not to mention, a lot of women ran to the polls just to vote for her because she's a woman. But it's only a problem when it's white, uneducated women. Yeah. I mean, if y'all had an ounce of integrity and y'all would just listen to what y'all saying, the reason why Kamala Harris lost on a landslide is because nobody believes you anymore. Yeah. I mean, your hypocrisy is through the roof. You're going to dig at demographic people just because they don't have a college education?
Hold on.
I mean, that's just stupid. But then you don't want to point out the fact that blacks and Latinos just voting for Kamala doesn't have an education, doesn't have a college degree. But it's a bad thing. Doesn't have a high school diploma. Yeah. That is crazy. Well, she's too busy trying to make a point instead of going after the truth. Right. They're not. These ladies are not objective. Yeah, not even a little bit. Nobody takes y'all seriously. The only people take y'all serious is morons and idiots of society. Look at the people that endorsed Kamala: Beyonce, Taylor Swift. It's so many celebrities. Cardi B. Nobody cares what they think. Obama came out and just pretty much ridiculed black men for not supporting her. Yeah, right. And they want to talk about misogyny, not men voting for her, but they want to be racist, bring racism and be racist. And now they're trying to say Latinos are racist because they want to vote for her. Yeah. Now they're saying black men are misogynists because they don't want to vote for a woman. Yeah. There's plenty of you female senators got voted in. There's plenty of women that got voted into Congress. Yeah. Why? I mean, what y'all saying doesn't make any sense anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's one contradiction after another. And y'all so oblivious and stupid, you don't even see it. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, y'all are I'm starting to think y'all got like one of them bowling ball brains. It's real smooth, a bunch of holes in it. Y'all don't have the normal brains with like bruised and like patches and thick meat all over. Your brain is just as round and smooth and it's got holes in it. Yeah, because look at all y'all not even keeping a track. Yeah.
He rambling on. So it's 12:30 something.
We can shut down, but the disparity of different people. You know what? I'm done for the night too, because I should be asleep. I gotta get up in 3 hours.
No, you said you off tomorrow.
Yeah, I just got a call. I'm gonna do some overtime.
Oh, okay.
Just got a call about while I got quiet. Well, actually, I didn't get a phone call. I got a text. But you know what? I'm done.
Watch this real quick, Sean, before we get out of here. She had all these videos playing, man. Some
idea of I want to be with the side that's waving the biggest.
She's the worst.
And there is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-blackness in a lot of this, anti-black Americanness specifically. And Paola and I have talked about this, that there is a part of that anti-blackness is a piece of it, even though Enrique Tarrio, who's the head of the Proud Boys, is a black Latino, but he's down with white supremacists, down with them. And there's this idea that I'm black, but I'm not black. I may look black to you. I may be black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around. But in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a black American. This has to be unpacked because this shift among Latino men is significant. And it says something about where we're going in this country, about whether we can create an appeal. There's also, the last thing I will throw in is the creation of the idea that everything that Vice President Harris was proposing is communism. That is a potent argument for a lot of Latinos.
55% of Latino men voted for Trump versus 26% in 2020, What was the main difference, Latino men, from election to election? What was the main difference besides Trump really growing his rhetoric against Latinos? That he was running against a black woman. In 2024, Trump is running against a black woman. And selfish, self-centered, misogynistic Latino men could not fucking handle it.
The fact that
Wrong.
Bruh, she was on the ticket in 2020. What are you saying?
embarrassing and pathetic.
Yeah,
Trump won
wrong.
54% of Latino male voters.
These are Latino women having problems with their fathers, their grandfathers, their brothers, and how they're being controlled in their old circle.
Yo, they got a problem with chronology and history. In 2020, Kamala Harris was on the motherfucking ticket. What is you saying?
Exactly.
What? 100% true. And
and they
if we
probably
do the math, historically, 50% of Hispanic men has always been voting Republican conservative because they are Republican conservative in their heart, how they operate, how they move. That's it. You could turn this into these women could turn this into some kind of how you would call it
misogyny.
misogyny or
Racism.
no, not racism.
She mentioned because she's black.
Right, but not no machismo. This is Spanish men running their households, and women can't get a foothold in their household. This is what I'm seeing. I'm saying they can't get a foothold in their household, especially the younger generation. These men are conservative. Most of the Spanish men, Cuban men, Mexican men, and even Caribbean Hispanic men or South American Spanish men who came to this country in the 60s, 50s, 60s, up into the 70s are extremely conservative. Extremely. They want to separate themselves from the other migrants that come here on some crime shit. There's Spanish men that came here or Spanish families that came here on some because there's women like that. Spanish women, older women who operate in a very conservative manner. So this is nothing new. It's nothing new.
Yeah, something.
I know this generation. I know this generation of men. I know them. They operate in a whole. They don't want to be. They don't want to be part of this whole criminal aspect. All the TV shows, all the hip hop, all of the bullshit. They don't want to be. They don't want to be a part of that. The older generation of Hispanic men, and they rule their household with the iron fist. That's the best I could give you. Sorry.
And one thing that they're not taking into account is like in this day and age, amongst the Hispanic community that's here legally, whatnot, a large portion of them are starting to become like they're switching from a Catholic religious background to like an evangelical one. And what they're seeing is number wise, like the ones that become evangelical, almost like it's almost equivalent that they also they become Republican or conservative, right? Like it's almost a 1-to-1 equation on it. And so the longer they stay in America, the longer they become more evangelical, and the longer the more conservative they become.
They came here as Catholics, first of all. All right. So they're very reserved, like no different than the Italians. Italian Americans came here and they had a gangster element amongst them, and they had very conservative, very trying to work hard. Like there's no migrant that comes to this country and has not found their footing in this country. Caribbean Americans, Jamaican, Trinidadian, it's no, I'm sorry. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the male vote graph on that because I'm finding the Latino vote is about 30% Republican.
No, I dropped it in the back chat. Grab one of those links. I dropped like 5 links.
But I want the
I know
graph.
you'll sift through it.
I want the graph so I can show it real quick.
It's 50 is for the Hispanic Americans in what I dropped in the back chat from the Pew report.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Right, the Pew report is back there. Grab one of those. All of them are Pew reports. The first one should be it. But anyway, it ranges from 1950 up until now from 43% all the way up to 63%, and it dropped back down to like 50,
Shout out to my
52%.
Cubans.
Yes, Cubans and
Oh,
Mexican
Dominicans.
Americans too. Mexican Americans, go through it, bro. I dropped some work in the back chat.
Hey, but this is what I was saying. Also, I was speaking with someone about, I do business with, and I was telling him, I was like, a lot of these Hispanics, they come from countries that are very far left, and they get here and they don't vote far left. Like what we just left.
Just like West Indians, there's a
That's
bunch
why
of
they
West
leave the
Indians
country
that come
they
to this
at.
country. Well, when I say West Indians, same Caribbean, the Caribbean islands, anybody Hispanic or anybody from South America, they come here, and you know how they operate. They operate different. They operate different than anybody. So don't take the Cuban Americans any different than you would see a Jamaican or Cuban, excuse me, Jamaican or Trinidadian or Barbadian or a Dominican or old head, like like most people's grandfathers, which would be my father or mother, and how they operate in this country and how they are very hard on education and everything else. Like they're not making these jokes with everybody else. A fallback.
Yeah. So yeah, this is for Cubans. I mean, they came from Cuba, far left, communist. That's why they brought up. Oh, they're saying she's teaching communism as as a trigger towards Hispanic people because they don't like communism because they just ran from that shit. So I mean, somebody got mad when I brought up that Cubans are a part of the reason that you see Florida so goddamn red because they lean Republican, they lean conservative. It says historically Cuban American. Well, right here it says by comparison, around 2/3 of Hispanic voters who are not Cuban, 65%, identify as or lean Democratic, while 32% affiliate with the Republican Party. So, all you single brothers out there, you want a conservative woman? Go get you a Cuban, man.
Yeah, keep going down. It's gonna raise. As the years go by, it's gonna
Yeah,
raise.
I got you. I'm just reading it right here. It says historically, Cuban Americans have backed the Republican Party in large numbers out, but that support has at times softened as new generations of U.S.-born Democratic-leaning Cubans has come of age. 2013, similar shares of Cuban registered voters identified with the Republican Party, 47%, and the Democratic Party, 44%. That same year, 60% of non-Cuban Hispanic voters identified as Democratic and 28% Republican. As of 2018, the U.S. was home to 1.4 million Cuban-eligible voters, defined as adult U.S. citizens, according to the Center Analysis U.S. Census Bureau data. Most 55% were naturalized citizens who were born outside the U.S., and 65% lived in Florida. See, Florida bright red, man, ruby red, bro. In 2018, Cubans, 29%, Puerto Ricans, 27% accounted for the largest Hispanic eligible voter populations in Florida, reflecting a Hispanic electorate in the state that has grown more diverse over the decades. The Cuban share was down from 49% in 1980. Let's talk about more about Florida. Let me go down here and see if I find what you're talking about. Okay, right here. Cuban American voters have mixed views of Trump's job performance. Disapprove. Yeah, if they're leaning Democrat, they're gonna disapprove. Republicans at 16%. And so 45-52 split. non-Cubans, lean Democrat. Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. Look, Cubans and non-Cubans alike. There's that issue right there, economy. The economy, the number one thing, the economy. Don't give a fuck about no damn sex changes and all that weird shit. The vast majority of Cuban Americans. So we get the gist. We get the gist. Yeah, Cubans are very Republican. I forgot what we were talking about, Sean.
Keep going. Grab another one of those articles I got in the back.
Okay, I will. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Remember this. That's how we got here. Hold on.
This election compared to 36% in 2020. This is the same man who ran a campaign on wanting to round up Latinos, is calling for the largest deportation operation in American history, recently had a speaker at his rally call Puerto Rico trash, and wants to end birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants. Like, do y'all really seek white validation that badly, or does the machismo in you really stop you from voting for a woman?
All right, guys. So once again, we got to talk about a full mask off. I meant hood off moment.
Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. It's getting late. So I want to get to this part right here. I want to get right here. Listen to this, y'all. Hopefully more still with us, man. I want him to hear this too, bro.
Yeah, I'm here.
Listen to this TikToker, bro.
Find out if any of your personal information has been exposed.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now I know, Angel,
Those Latinos don't want their people here.
Extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this, but you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump.
You can't be that innocent if you raise a Latino for Trump. These people are in a cult. You're not allowed to vote for who you want to vote. Vote for my guy.
Yeah.
And hold on. Donald Trump is the enemy, the existential threat to democracy. When you telling people they can't even exercise democracy. They can't pick who they want to. They can't choose based on their values and based off how they see the economy and based off of their needs. No. You gotta choose who the fuck I tell you to choose. That's democracy to these people. And if you don't do it, they aim low. I'm gonna call ICE on your family and everything. These people just, oh my God, cultists.
No,
bro.
some family members are embarrassed of the rest of the family members. You know what I mean? They already got a foothold in the country. I mean, some of these people have a foothold. You know, some of these Latinos, as well as anybody, it's just the Latinos, anybody from the Caribbean, anybody, like they got a foothold in the country already. So, you know, they're embarrassed about anybody who comes, you know, they 2 generations, 3 generations in, and then now they got a cousin with his family coming to the country.
I hear that, but these people are getting tired of this shit. Like I said earlier.
No, I agree.
He's getting mad. He's getting mad because a large proportion of Hispanics voted for Trump, and he's upset about that. But again, that's their autonomy. They should be able to pick who the fuck they want to pick. You don't own. This is the same problem Black Americans have. They think they own all Black American thought, all Black American choices. Believe they don't have Black people don't have individuality. That they don't have self autonomy. They have to think and do the same.
Yeah, well, monolith.
Well, let's keep it a stack though. Like a lot of Latino people are offended at the stereotype though. The stereotype being that all of them are illegal immigrants.
You think your Yeshub isn't embarrassed of the stereotype I ain't embarrassed. We all are. There's stereotypes of every culture.
What was the
African
stereotype I just said?
Americans, Hispanics.
Oh, what was the stereotype I just said?
Goddamn, you talking about this dude in Spanish?
No,
Stereotypes.
no,
The
no,
same stereotype that Sonny Austin said it on his show.
Any damn
no,
stereotype.
no. OG, let me land my plane. You hell not even trying to take off tonight, bro. You trying to keep me on the runway? Oh, I'm on the tarmac, solid right now. You know what I'm saying? So, the stereotype.
Nigga, I ain't speak to you in how long? You met you. I'm mad at you right now because you don't. Never mind.
You trying to say? Can I just say it that they all legal immigrants? And Sonny, that's why I pointed out that Sonny Austin.
Right. And that's the crazy. Like it amazes me. Like that's how I know they don't know stuff about American history whatnot, because we have different Latin populations that have been here for different spaces of time that are legal and have been, and the ones that are legal that are here again, they're either native to the country, right? Like, so my family, right? They've been in Southwest America for like 400 years. You understand what I'm saying? Before they were there before it was America, right? You know what I'm saying? And then it became part of the states, and again, that's them, right? Then there's other people who come in. Like a lot of people don't remember, like there was a lot of free immigration back and forth between Cuba and here and whatnot, right? And then it got shut down. And then there's this whole thing about the people defecting and whatnot. And the large population of people coming in, again, they're against communism. They're against anything that's that far left stuff or whatnot, right? They're here in this country for decades, fam. Decades upon decades before we start getting this whole like wave of illegal immigration. Like, so again, when I was a kid, we had a huge pocket of illegal immigrants getting legalized under Reagan and whatnot, right? Okay, got you, right? That's not the origin of the population, though, fam. And they're trying to act like it is. It doesn't make any sense because again, so the people like in my family, there's no illegal immigrants in my family, fam. There's bro, I'm related. Like half my family has straight like Mexican, Spanish last names or whatnot, right? None of them are illegal. Not a single cell. We don't know. No, in fact, it's this. I can tell you, they look down on illegal immigrants, right? And it's partially for what Sean's talking, right? But to it, like it's a cultural concept, right? Like you're bringing in something completely different than what we mess with. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different culture, whatnot. And again, it's like they don't like seeing the crime in their areas. They don't like seeing so for instance, like like my family lives close to a lot of like Native American reservations or whatnot, right? There's a lot of crazy drugs that got brought in from the illegal immigrants. Like they were able to pay off people in the reservations to let them do their thing and whatnot, and they can just drug run all day through there and whatnot. My family's not trying to deal with that stuff, man. There's all kind of residual crime that comes from that they can't even touch because it's on federal lands and whatnot. So like there's this whole stigma of like everybody's is an illegal immigrant that's Latin. Yo, that's crazy, fam. That's crazy. And they're tired of every group that's got this crazy stereotype on, oh, black people have to support us. Oh, Latino people have to. No, fam. Nobody has to support nobody. You got to come earn the vote. And if you come talking at me like I owe you the thing, fam, guess what you're not getting? You're not getting my vote, right? And you're gonna be over there crying in the corner, trying to wonder why the majority of the country that's brown, white, whatever, black, all that, right? Asian, all that. Trump increased in every one of the demographics, just like he did last time. Just like he did last time. And you're going to act like they're all kind of racist and misogynist and a third, all because they don't want to be told what to think. That's the biggest thing right there. Is your beef is like you lost because you want to tell people what to think and don't want to listen to them. People don't want to be governed like that. They don't want to be ruled, fam. They want to participate in the government.
I think I agree with you.
Hey, Moore, you laying your plane?
I was close enough. I was, you know what, I can see it on you know what I'm saying? Like I thought
Now
it
you
was
can
gonna start
finish off.
talking
I
to
just wanted to say I think I agree with you because there's nothing I said tonight that goes against any one of your viewpoints, you or your shoot. I was just trying to land my plane on some older man shit and what I understand how politics has shown me. I won't even say how it works because it continues to morph. continues to morph. But just how it worked in my lifetime of voting, and so I don't play this game no more. I know it's a racial. They try to play the racial thing. I come up right after the civil rights movement, Black Panthers, all of that. Like I'm like a preteen when all of this, well, Black Panther Party, I'm like a preteen when all of this is going on. So I understand. I watched how politicians moved, you know. And like I said, I was groomed at an early age to vote a certain way as soon as I was able to vote before I went to college to play football. So I'm not mad at anybody and their viewpoints. I would never hold any of y'all, I, well, I will hold you accountable to your vote once shit go left. You know what I'm saying? Because I was held to the same standard. But outside of that, the viewpoints on why you vote and the way you vote, I will never question you on. I'm not going to question any of y'all on why y'all vote the way y'all vote. It's the once the vote is done and everything starts moving forward, you know, then you have to live with your vote. I'm still not going to question you on that, to be honest with you. You just have to live with your vote. This is why I came to the center. The real matter of fact, I left both parties. I'll leave it at that.
Sean, did you get what the dude said and what Moore was saying about him getting upset about Hispanics?
Yes,
And
100%.
all right, so that's what
100%. Because I'm not even mad at this young man and his family members, because he said his family members are voting a certain way or they came. You know what I'm saying?
No, he didn't say his family members, but he said if you know anybody that a Latino for Trump, you should call ICE on his family members or on that
No,
person's
you
family
can't
member.
do that. You can't
And
do
he's,
that.
yeah, these are bitter betties. These are toddlers on their back on the ground after you told them no, you can't have any more snacks, crying and bitching and moaning and complaining because people have self autonomy. People can make choices on their own.
Exactly.
And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
I think he lost the election, bro. I think he lost the election. That's all there is to it.
That's exactly what we think. Better yet, we know.
It's already done.
Like, lost worse than Hillary Clinton. You understand what I'm like, fam? How you make Hillary Clinton look like a good candidate?
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, Sean, it's your turn to get roasted. She finna roast you, bro.
I'll handle it.
Watch what she says, man. Watch this
She coming
TikTok.
for yo, dude.
Offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family, whether you were here legally or not. You got to go. I hope he does that.
Yeah, that's out of control.
Did you hear that? Whether you legally?
Yeah, dude. Yo.
Hey, Keedrick said this earlier. This is on point right here, bro.
It's emotionalism, bro. It's extreme emotionalism. People get caught up. They don't I could guarantee you if you was to sit her down and have a discussion with this woman, she has no idea about policy. I can guarantee you because just how she operating.
Bro,
Just
she
off
said
her talking
legally.
points.
Bro, sure, she said legally or illegally. She don't
Yo,
give a
that's
fuck.
wild as hell, bro.
Right, because she
Legally
has no
or
idea about
illegally.
anything. She has all, you know what I mean? When somebody like Biden or Trump say it's black jobs, what the fuck is a black job? Like, you stop believing in this dumb shit. Like, you stop believing in it. Like,
Hold on,
oh,
watch
they're taking my jobs. What do you mean they're taking your jobs? There's so many jobs in the United States. I don't give a fuck if you was a brand new. There's some Latinos or some Africans or some West Indians that came here one generation ago. They got those jobs. So they taking your jobs? Y'all had those jobs prior to this. I don't know. I'm stuck.
Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? Because what she's advocating for is an old Democrat policy where they wrongfully deported people, wrongfully deported Hispanics back in the day. It was under a Democrat regime, and they would deport these people for the simple fact that they were Latino and Latina, and they would go places. They would take them place, and some of these people didn't even know how to speak Spanish, and they would put
What
them in
year was
Spanish
this?
country. Oh man, this is the tens, bro.
Oh, that's way. They was doing this way before that, bro. The 80s they was doing this. But go ahead.
No, the tens, 1910s.
I know. Oh, 1910.
Yeah.
So the 1910, that would be the 20th century. No, 1910. 1910
Bro,
would be.
she's reverting back to that, bro.
Just how far she wasn't even born back then. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like them old immigration acts under Woodrow Wilson and stuff of that nature, bro. She really tapping in into her to her.
I got some family members on my maternal side that came here during that time. Not my paternal side, but my maternal side that came here on that side, during that time, I should say. So I would love to hear what she has to say on that.
Wait, during what time? The teens?
1910, 1920, on my maternal side, my immigration side, my maternal side. My paternal side has always been here.
And you're saying that your grandmother was born in the teens?
Yes, my mother's mother was born in 1907. My grandmother. Is that what you're asking me, bro?
No, I was just trying to figure out what side you were talking about. And
On my maternal side, my mother's side, a migrant. My father's side was always here. You still don't get it. Okay.
no, I get it because I know maternally that you descend from indigenous.
Slaves in this country. Yes. I'm
No,
African American.
maternal.
Maternally is from Trinidad, from the Caribbean. You still stuck?
No, I'm not. I'm not, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna play this back again. What she said, bro.
All right.
And I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family, whether you were here legally or not. You got to go. I hope he does that. To you Black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a Black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all. The police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where the fuck you stand. And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMe's. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit, but don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done with. We're done.
Man, these people live in a bubble, bro. How many people get shot? How many people get shot, bro, by the police officers and die? How many?
Facts.
How many get wrongfully killed? How many?
Okay, I got where you were stuck at, bro, with me.
No, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what she said in the video. She said, when you black man are gonna get shot down because they pretty much gonna get immunity and you're gonna get shot down by the police. And when it happens, don't expect no help from us. What you're talking about a percentage of people that applies to? How is this like a threat? This like a gotcha moment? Since you voted for Trump, when your black ass gets shot by the police, who are you? Okay, how many people get shot by the fucking police? It's not that many people. And we're talking to 20 million fucking males, black males. Like, come on, man. You guys are goofy as fuck, bro.
We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump.
This is how crazy these motherfuckers think. Women should get abused now since they voted for Trump. You know, men should get shot by police. And,
Emotionalism.
And all Hispanics, legal or illegal, should be deported because you support
emotional. They're dealing with people. They're dealing with people that don't own shit, that don't know how. I'm being disrespectful to the African American community, my own community.
You being disrespectful? Well, you being disrespectful.
But I'm being real. I'm saying that as a caveat. I just wanna be making a caveat.
After hearing what she said, you saying you being disrespectful.
Right.
No, she being fucking disrespectful. What the fuck?
She is, but I just want to make a caveat real quick. That
what? All right, man. It's bedtime for you, man. You're not thinking logically at all.
No, I am thinking logically. But I'm saying, I just want, for the rest of the emotional people that may be listening, I'll take a shot for this. But she is being extremely emotional and she is not thinking about anything outside of just what we called it earlier, social justice politics. That's all she's thinking of. Social justice politics as opposed to economics and this, that, and
what I want to see a haplogroup straight up and down.
I want to say that too, but I'm trying. I want to stay out of the. We're gonna take them real deep into the woods if we do that.
Bro, I want to see her haplogroup tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like she's like, what I'm saying, like these blacks that are on the R1. Like,
yeah,
she's
very emotional.
I'm not mad at you if you're R1B. Just don't hear what I'm not saying, family. I'm talking about the ones that are like pro-black and racist on that, like not like extreme with that joint. They tend to be descendants of the slave master. You know what I'm saying? I got a hunch. You know what I'm saying? With her trying to, she said the moment she said legally or illegal, I was like, I got a hunch. We might need to check where you come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she might be haplogroup H, or might be Louisiana Creole. She might have some maternal DNA, or she might be Aboriginal. I don't know.
She might be the tail twin sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. But the point is, what I'm saying is, she's very emotional. Everything is blackity black. And Yeshua is mad at me right now because I'm giving her more play than she needs to get. So I'm gonna let him run through.
No, go ahead.
this
Go
video.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but she's just extra emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's been voting, this is why they lost the vote. This is an old archaic this way of thinking. And this is not even people that you would consider real conscious. Like this is like the bottom rung of people still holding on to liberal or democratic ways of thinking. Like this is the bottom rung, and she's still holding on to it. And you see how the votes went. People have already left this way of thinking. Like it's crazy to me. Like, and me being the age that I am and watching these people still hold on to these this old way of thinking. It's mind-boggling to me. It really, especially she's younger than me. I can guarantee you she's younger than me. At least 10 years younger than me. I'll leave it at that. Mo, where you at?
Hold on, man. She went full Democrat for a minute.
Yeah, she went real emotional, real. Okay, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Let's go back.
You voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
And I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family, whether you were here legally or not. You got to go. I hope he does that. To you Black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a Black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all. The police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where the fuck you stand. And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMe's. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done. We're done.
She
We
has
did
a
our due
long
diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything
Oh
about
my
it because
God.
no fault
Really?
divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each and every time you get hit. Take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the beginning, white men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no help, women who voted for him, you didn't give a so we don't give a That's just how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not going to be America. And if you think that Trump is going to be in that office for 4 years, you're insane. Because we're about to be in a real live action episode of scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's JD Vance. Because trust and believe.
You know where it cut off at? Trust and believe. What she was
Yeah,
about to say?
she's on the deep end.
She was
There's
about
no
to say
rescuing her.
someone's going to kill him. That's what she wants. Someone to kill him. That's it. I've
The
heard
crazy
that
part is
a
the
thousand
crazy
times. People advocating for the murder of this man. Like, y'all hate this man. You want to murder him? He's persecuted like a motherfucker. You want to murder? That's crazy. Trust and believe it's gonna be JD Vance.
because there's crazy emotionalism with all of this. Like I don't. She is so far on the deep end. She can't even be brung to the middle. She can't even be brung halfway to the middle to just get some understanding. If I was to sit down, or any one of us was to sit down with this sister and try to have a discussion with her on this election, she would lose her mind. She would, there's nothing you could say that will pull her out of her emotionalism and just operate on just a intellectual or just a understanding of where politics is right now outside of her emotional stance on everything. This woman is extremely toxic. That's the best I can give it to you.
Hey, the Democrats, bro. That's how they roll. So I
Well,
hope
hold on. We got
hope-
people far right that would do the same thing. So
where? Show me. Because people always say this. Show me.
all right, I'll grab one of these chicks on this goddamn thing.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give you a minute.
Show
All
me
right.
a person that's quote unquote far right, according to you, that is online talking about some when your
No,
husband's
not killing nobody.
Exactly, bro.
No,
Y'all,
that's
come
not
on,
what
man.
I'm saying. I'm just saying, hold on. There's some
People-
far right motherfuckers that be talking some extreme shit, but not, you know what I'm saying? To me, this woman is harmless. She's a woman. She's in the hood, somewhere deep in the hood. She's harmless. The only people
How
she
you know?
gonna
How
hurt
you know
is
she
the
in the
people.
hood?
Hold on. The
How you know
only people she gonna hurt. Hold on, let me finish. The only people she gonna hurt is the motherfuckers that's around her and the man that's closest to her. She ain't got no access to hurt nobody outside of her hood. This woman. All right. This older woman that could be, your auntie or whatever. She has she has no access to anything to do harm to anybody outside of her little spectrum. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to make it bigger than what it is. I'm just saying she has a platform. She made this little statement online, but she is fucking harmless. Unless you run up in her kitchen and she fried chicken and she'll splash some fucking hot grease in your face. That's about it. You got to come to her door to catch her wrath. Outside of that, you ain't getting it.
Hey, man. She went in, man. Look, she was advocating for domestic abuse. She was advocating for black men to get shot down by police.
Yeah, everybody gonna die.
Advocating for immigrant, pretty much deport. I hope Donald Trump deport all y'all asses.
Yeah, everybody gonna die. Everybody. That's her emotionalism. Outside of if you're not if you're not in her toxic zone, they're not gonna feel her. God forbid she catch a cab down to Midtown and go to for Christmas and go buy her kid something from Schwartz. The toy store. What's the toy store name? God damn it, I know this shit. Down here in Manhattan. HG Schwartz. And she run into a white woman or somebody, not even somebody white, just anybody that she got a problem with. It's gonna be a fight. So I don't even take this woman serious.
Wow. This is the liberal loving left, guys. Isn't it funny how non-compliance is what makes these Democrats take off their hood, right? Isn't it funny how they claim to love Latinos? They love immigrants. They love black people. They love women until you refuse to comply, right? When you don't want to get on board with the agenda, all of a sudden they want you mass deported, right? Mass deported. Get them out of here, right? We don't want them here anymore because they're not voting Democrat. It's almost as if the only reason they were okay with Latinos being here was because of voting for the left, right? Because of the support for the Democrat Party. But if you don't support the Democrat Party, all of a sudden they want to send you back, right? It's funny how that works. It's almost as if they never actually really gave a damn about you. They just gave a damn about your vote, right? Kind of reminds me of all these people who were fake outraging over a joke from a comedian about Puerto Rico when none of these people had anything to say about Puerto Rico and the trash problem that Puerto Rico has as an island before that joke, right? They had nothing to say about it. They didn't give a damn about it. But after that joke, all of a sudden, all these people care about Puerto Rico so much. In fact, if you're Puerto Rican and you voted for Trump, then you don't love yourself. You don't have any pride. In fact, you ain't really Puerto Rican, okay? You're Puerto Rican and you voted for Trump. You ain't Puerto Rican, right? Just like Joe Biden said it. If you're black and you don't know whether or not you want to vote for him or Trump, then you ain't black. Amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. This woman also said, well, if you're a black man and you're a victim of police brutality, they don't give a damn about you. They're not going to march in the street if you're a victim of police brutality because you voted for Trump. Almost as if they really didn't give a damn about police brutality in the first place. Almost as if they didn't really give a damn about black men in the first place, right? They don't care about black lives, okay? They don't care because if you're a victim of police brutality as a black man and you voted for Trump, then they think that you deserved it, right? It is what it is. They don't give a damn. Almost as if, you know, they didn't give a damn about all the black people who are losing their lives right now in these inner liberal cities. Because again, it doesn't fit the left-wing agenda, right? If you're a woman and you voted for Trump and you're a victim of domestic abuse.
Attention all internet users. Stop seeing ads for free when you can get paid to see them. Do you know how much of the content you...
All of a sudden, they don't care. No, you deserve it, right? Because you voted for Trump. Wow. It's almost as if they don't actually give a damn about any of these so-called minorities. If you don't vote for Democrat, it's almost as if they only care about the left-wing agenda and not really the minorities that they claim they love so much, right? They really don't care about you. You're just being used for their agenda, and that's it.
Right? And the greatest example of this, just look at how these minorities live, like African Americans and Latinos in these blue cities. I keep saying it, where everybody's a damn Democrat and all the delegates are Democrats. Congress, everybody's a Democrat. Your state legislature, everybody's Democrat. And look how they live. I mean, the proof is in the goddamn pudding. Look at the economic status of these people. Look at the housing. Look at everything. They really don't give a fuck about you. You're just a means to the end. And with that, I'm going to end the show because I got to go to fucking sleep. But I had a couple more clips I wanted to go over, but I'm going to have to end it there. It's too damn late.
Hey, yo, you need to get in your truck and bring your ass up here and take care of my HVAC.
I thought you already took care of that, man.
I got the part. These dudes won't show up. I got the part. You know, it's under warranty. The part came, is shipped, is here. But ain't one goddamn dude show up. You know what I'm saying? Whoever own their own business that they warranty and whatever shares warranty under my shit. Damn, these motherfuckers won't show up. Bring your ass up here. I'm talking too much right now. Put my shit in. I got the part though. They shipped me to my part. I don't want to hear it. You part of Trump situation and Kamala too. You all of that. Y'all don't take care of the dude that's sitting here paying taxes and all that. Got my own HVAC and all that. Yeah, what y'all doing? I pay for warranty. Nobody got me on my warranty.
That's the state of New York, bro. The state of New York should pay for your shit.
Nigga.
You pay state taxes.
Yeah, I pay everything.
Right,
I got for the past 10 years, I got Tesla what you call them shits on I got the Tesla panels on my roof. Had them for like 10 years already, and I bought them.
Okay. Like when I was in Massachusetts, they had Mass Help. And in Mass Help, if you got an AC issue or whatever, but you make too much money, you wouldn't even fucking qualify for that shit.
Exactly. I don't get nothing. That's what I'm saying. Nobody take care of me because I make too much. Me and my wife make too much goddamn money. Nobody want to take care of me.
Best care, self-care.
Exactly. That's why I keep telling you I'm gonna survive all this shit. I'll figure this shit out. Don't give a shit.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. We out. I'm out of here. I gotta go to bed, bro.
All right, yeah. Get up tomorrow. Make sure you drive to my spot.
I'm driving to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's real Trump supporters out here, you feel me? We ain't robbing nobody on this song, baby. Salute that boy, you know, we coming in, we coming hard, we going tough. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. Ever seen a black patriot? Yeah, we exist. The Democrats use my color just to stay rich. Indict my president, you might as well indict me too. Call me your Uncle Tom, but really what Obama do? Not a damn thing, Trump was just that Chick-fil-A. Taking flicks with my people, he really showing face. Hey, Joe Biden, yeah, I really wanna taste some. Poor kids is just as talented as white kids in this country. 3.6 million black kids in poverty. But these liberals putting illegal immigrants right in front of me. We should make them vote at the gas pump. We got fake news mad cause us niggas out here voting Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. The first black president. I know your mama can't barely buy the groceries. They pushing genders on our kids, not rosaries. You get a Glock in these streets before you learn to read. You get some sauce, some white, some weed before a damn degree. Next thing you know, you going fed, getting a GED. I swear we fed the whole hood with them PPPs. Rappers pushing P, but I'm pushing knowledge. They hooked on EBT, but I was hooked on phonics. They wouldn't be so terrified of Donald Trump if Biden actually received 81 million votes. You know that boy capping. All aboard the Trump train. November 5th, every nigga in America vote for Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president.